What's up, guys? Uh, did I miss anything yesterday? I mean, not really. um, I had I had an endoscopy yesterday, and so I had to have like a procedure done yesterday and get put under and stuff. So, so no stream yesterday, but we are back today. Oh, come on, I didn't ditch you guys. Like I said, I had to have an endoscopy done yesterday. Good news though. So if you guys know me, you know I've been battling with like stomach issues for months now. They finally figured out what it is, and it's not cancer, and it's not anything like that. So I have a hiatal hernia and gastritis is what I have. And so a hiatal hernia is when like the lining of your stomach is like protruding out to other areas of your chest, right? And so it's like protruding out to other organs of mine. And that would explain some of it, but mostly what would explain the discomfort I've felt in my stomach over the last few months is I have like a decent gastritis case, which is like an inflammation of your stomach lining. And so they have me on a medication for like 2 months that should make it go away and make my symptoms go away. I'm really hoping it does. But it was good news, no cancer. And so yeah. Yeah, it is gnarly, man. It was tough, bro. It was like I said, low key. Over the last 2 months, I thought I was like about to die. You know, like I legit thought I had like cancer because it wouldn't go away. You know what I mean? And like I had no idea what it was, and so like I had all the symptoms of colon or esophageal cancer, even though at my age it's highly unlikely, but still, you know. All right, guys. You to swap. All right, I got you. Let me see. Yeah, my Discord has gotten. We got a spam bot attack in our Discord yesterday. Um, Moderators. Let's see, me 6. What's it called? Yeah, so it was a medium-sized hiatal hernia, so it's like I don't know whether I'm gonna do surgery. I'd rather not do surgery, to be honest, but I guess it just depends on my quality of life. Like if I can't work much, or if I like, you know what I mean. I'm hoping, realistically, if it's a hiatal hernia, I've lived with it a decent amount so far, right? And so I'm hoping that like most of these symptoms are just from the gastritis that I have in my stomach, the inflammation of my stomach, and so I'm hoping once that is gone that my symptoms will go away. But you know, I'm not super confident in it. But like, I'm hoping that's the I'm hoping that'll happen and that I won't have to get the surgery because it's kind of an invasive surgery. Like I'm not super confident in those surgeries. But yeah, in gapping up stocks this morning, we do have IMAC, IMAC, This thing's gapping up from 83 cents all the way to 167. And so I'm watching this IMAC. You can watch PXS as well. PXS is gapping up from like 84 cents all the way to $1.28. So a big gap up here. Low flow to 4.12 million for PXS. We also have SINO. So we honestly got a decent amount of stuff this morning. SINO gapping up from 193 to 290. And so it's gapping up about $1, about 33% or whatever it is. But FOSL gapping up some as well. 597 all the way up to 780s for FOSL, so solid, decent gap up. We got ESEA gapping up here. We got IDEX gapping up some as well from 91 to like $1 or so. We got VXRT gapping up some from 460 to 530. So honestly, we got a decent amount of like low flow stocks. ZCMD gapping up as well from 180s to 280s. And so we'll see what we get with a lot of these. These are pretty solid, honestly. We got some good gaps this morning. SYPR gapping up some too, showing up on my scanners here. We'll watch this one from 120s to 140s. Hey, thank you, Stefina. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate it. Like, the reality is, I had two fears going into this endoscopy, right? Like, I had this endoscopy, and I honestly had two fears going into it. And my two fears were like this. My first fear was that they would find cancer, obviously. Like, that was my worst fear. Is that they would find, like, cancer or, like, a mass or, like, something sketchy like that, because just the survival rate, if they do find that stuff, is very low. And so that was my first fear. My second fear was that if they found nothing, because then I'd be kind of back to square one, and I'd be like, what the heck is wrong with me then, And so, like, I was scared they would find cancer, but I was also scared they would find nothing, and, like, I still wouldn't know, then I would have to get, like, a colonoscopy and all this, stuff I don't feel like doing. And so it was actually, like, the perfect outcome for it, because they figured out what was wrong, but it wasn't anything like super major to where I'm gonna die or like, gonna need a super invasive surgery, you know what I mean? Alright, guys. And the third fear is a Thinkorswim will crash. Yeah, I mean, that's always a fear, let's be honest here. To the point where Eric might be coming on stream with Caitlin today. To the point where he only buys one share. First trade in the morning, he buys one share to see if it's going to work. And if it fills him with one share, then he knows it'll probably fill him with the rest. BNGO showing up on my list here as well. Let's go ahead and look at some gappers. We got EDRY. It's at the top of the gappers list this morning, and for good reason. I mean, this thing is gapping up over 100%. It's gapping up from 449 all the way to 1020. And so over 100% gap up for EDRY here. And let's go ahead and look at the catalyst for this, and then we'll move on to some of these cheaper stocks that we all trade. This is an industrial stock, and it sounds like yesterday they dropped third quarter adjusted EPS that was better than expected. They put out third quarter EPS of 5 cents, of a profit of 5 cents, up from a loss of 26 cents year over year, which was better than expected as third quarter sales results for EDRY. And so if I'm watching this one, I'm mostly watching, the range is so big here that like I do think I have to look at like a little bit of longer term chart. This one usually does not hold its gains when it spikes up here. And I mean, there's not really anything close to it. The next level is this high up here of the last year at 1320. I mean, we can look at like a weekly chart to see if anything better shows up. I mean, we do have a level at 1050. All right, so 1050, and then above us at 1090, we also have another level, and so we can actually watch those. Those are lining up pretty well with what we're looking at anyway, and then obviously we've got 1440 up here too. And so I'm going to watch these levels right here. If we're dropping below these, below 9 specifically, I'm going to lose a lot of confidence in EDRY, but we'll see what happens. It's up a huge amount, over 100% already with EDRY, and so we'll watch it, we'll see. You know, not super confident in it, to be honest, but like, we'll see, you know what I mean? We also have IMAC here. IMAC acquired Lockwood Chiropractic for an undisclosed sum yesterday. They reported the purchase of Lockwood Chiropractic in Webster Groves, Missouri, and they did not discuss any terms, but they did drop that news that they are acquiring Lockwood Chiropractic in Missouri, and this one is gapping up a pretty solid amount here as well, about 100%. And so we're going to look at 150 down here. That looks like some confirmed support in pre-market. We also have like $2 above us, maybe like 175. And that's really about it right now. If we start to make some moves, we could look at like 225. Maybe this pre-market high way up here, like 250. But we'll see what happens. It needs to kind of, it's got a long trip to go if it's going to go all the way up there. So we'll watch it and see. We also have SINO. SINO gapping up from 190s to 290s. Gapping up about a third. And so we'll watch this one around $3, the whole dollar of 3, which does have like some confirmations here. If you look at this, confirmation, a few confirmations here. So we do have some confirmations at 3. We're watching the whole dollar there, see what happens. We got 350 above us and like 325 in the mix as well. We'll keep an eye on all of those. And the reason this one is up today, I don't see any catalyst. It's an industrial stock. Alright, yeah, they don't have an actual catalyst for this. It just basically shows what their volume hit. Yeah, no catalyst here. No known catalyst for SINO. I think it's actually just a sympathy run, but we'll see what happens with SINO here as well. We also have PXS. PXS gapping up some. These are all very small floats as well. EDRY, which is the biggest percentage move, has less than $1 million in the float according to Trade Ideas. And the rest of these have less than 10 million in the float. So pretty small floats for all of these stocks. We can look at PXS here and see what the catalyst is for this. Now, this is a tanker stock, and they announced the date of release for the third quarter 2020 results and related conference call and webcast, and they put that out yesterday. They said that they're going to drop the unaudited results for the third quarter ending September 30th, 2020 after the market closes on Friday, which is tomorrow. So it's going to be after the market closes, so in after hours tomorrow, they're going to be dropping some news, and I guess this is just kind of front-loading sympathy for PXS, so just people front-loading onto that potential good results, I guess. I don't see anything else here really for PXS, but we're going to keep an eye on it as well. The only real levels here that I see are like 125, maybe 150 up there if we get that high. So I'm watching like 125 and 150 up here in the pre-market high of 155. We'll see what we get there. Not the most self-evident levels in this one. It's a little choppy, to be honest. So we'll watch it and see what's up. We also have Fossil here. Fossil, everybody knows Fossil if you grew up in the early 2000s and the 90s, really. Fossil, I mean, they're doing all right, I guess, still, but, you know, I don't own any Fossil watches anymore, you know. But we're watching it. The company reported better than expected third quarter EPS and sales results, and that's why it's up. And so we're going to watch like 750, although this one has a larger float than I generally trade. It's got about 50 million in the float, so a little bit too big of a float for me, if I'm being honest here. We also got some other ones like FTech, gap downs. We got like SNDL, which is dropping the last few days. We got ZCMD, which actually looks pretty good. This one's gapping up here. We could watch ZCMD. I'm gonna watch like $3, 275 right here, and then maybe 250 right here. So we're gonna watch those 3 levels, and then obviously the pre-market high, and then like maybe 350 right above that for ZCMD. And the reason this one is up is because they put out something. It's a pharmaceutical company, and they said they're going to expand the scope of cooperation in China, and they're going to continue to serve as Takeda's vendor and partner in China. All right, so basically, Zhongchao and Takeda Pharmaceuticals are going to expand the scope of the cooperation in China, basically, is the catalyst that came out for this one. We'll watch it. These are the levels right here that I'm keeping an eye on it for ZCMD. And we're watching that as well. Am I missing anything? I think we have like one more. Let me see. SYPR, not my favorite. We got V-Ray, which is a former runner. We got like DGLY, which has run before too. And like this one is moving a little bit. Digital Ally. And so we could watch this as well. And then we have like VXRT, which looks pretty good. This is actually a really nice gap up, to be honest. So we got VXRT. They are higher after the company announced additional data from its hamster challenge study of its oral COVID-19 vaccine. They saw a significant reduction in lung viral load of 4 to 5 logs in hamsters that received 2 oral vaccine doses. And so yeah, we'll watch this one. Vaccine stock. We got like $5 here that could get interesting. We've got $5.50 with some confirmations. We got this $5.70 pre-market high. That looks alright. And then we got like $5.25 right here. So we'll watch those 4. Map that out a little bit. Hey, what's up? Sorry, catch it back up in the chat. Hey, what's up? Hey, you know how it is, Wretched. Honestly, like I said, it's literally one person. It's literally just one guy. But that's cool, you know. Let him do his thing. He obviously has some issues within himself that he needs to, address and work on, and that's not my business. So, we'll see what happens. But, VXRT, we're watching this one. I'm sipping my coffee this morning. It's easy. Haters love me because I'm doing good stuff over here. If I wasn't, they wouldn't be hating. EDRY, Jack. Yeah, EDRY, very low float. Less than $1 million in the float. Making some strong moves. Alright. Alright, guys. Yeah, it's good to be back. Yeah, for the people, for everyone asking how my endoscopy went, it went well. They found gastritis and hiatal hernia, which means like my stomach lining is like protruding out to like other organs. Basically, it's a mess, but it's not life-threatening, and it probably won't require surgery either. And that once the gastritis goes away, which is just like an inflammation of my esophageal and stomach lining, then a lot of the symptoms that I've had over the last few months should subside. Yeah, I mean, EDRY looks good. We also have like iMac here. What about it, Sid? Coffee? Yeah, hey, I've been drinking coffee the last few days. It keeps me regular, you know what I mean? What can I say? Hey, I know I'm not supposed to with, like, the stuff I've had. But, like, honestly, it feels really good. Because it's like, dude, like, listen. I have had the strongest stomach out of everybody I know all my life, bro. All my life, my stomach has been hella strong. Like, I could eat whatever I wanted. Never had any acid. Never had any problems. And I know, I'm going to stop you right there. I know what all of y'all are about to say. Y'all are about to say, well, John, you're just getting older. And, like, plausible. But my stomach's still been hella strong. And, like, I know my dad as well. My dad can eat whatever he wants right now at like 60 something years old. And so, you know, it feels good to know that I just don't have GERD or acid reflux and that there's actually something wrong that will go away and I'll be able to eat pizza every day like I want to. Don't judge me, but, you know, that's what it is. We got iMac here. We're watching iMac. Hey, appreciate it, Bubba. Hey, I appreciate the love, brother. Thank you, man. Oh my gosh, man. Hey, I know I'm not Sage. You know, I'm young, you know. Problem is, half the people that watch this stream, they think I'm like 20 years old. I'm really not. You know, I'm 30 something, you know. So I am kind of getting old, you know, low key. I haven't seen any gray yet on me, but like, it's certainly coming. You know what I mean? But hey, maybe I'll be able to play Santa Claus, dye my hair and beard white, and just be able to play Santa Claus, you know, make some money during Christmas time. You know, optimism. Hey, I appreciate it, Paul. Thank you, brother. Yeah, they actually wrote me prednisone too. Like, I've got a whole script. I don't like taking prednisone because I'm like the freaking Hulk on prednisone, man. I'm like mean and like happy one second and then mean the next second and then angry the next second. It's just not, you know, I'm not really loving prednisone. But yeah, I'm watching iMac. Like, my favorite stocks right now are like IMAC, SINO looks good for the crossover potentially. PXS. I'm a little bit younger than both of those guesses, but not by much, you know, not by much. I'll put it this way. In high school, my favorite artists were Snoop Dogg. Or no, this was like really like middle school. Like high school, it was more like Linkin Park and like, you know. But in middle school, my favorite artists, or no, it must have been high school, my favorite artists were like Limp Bizkit. I'm ashamed to say. Snoop Dogg. My mom bought me the Snoop Dogg album. Shout out to my mom. You know, I remember I used to jam R. Kelly back when R. Kelly was like really popping with the I wish thing, you know. Everybody knows, if you grew up in the early 2000s, you know what the hell I'm talking about. And so, yeah, that'll tell you how old I am, you know. Back when I was really young, it was like The Offspring. You know, I remember they were like Blink 182 and all that stuff was good, you know, Tupac, and I listened to all of it. Hey, ooh, that sucks, man. What happened, Richard? Oh, what are we playing, a guessing game here? Honestly, I don't know if I've told you guys before, but I don't know if I want to tell you guys my exact age just for like identity, you know, somebody stealing my identity type stuff. Not sure if I really feel like telling you guys that. Yeah, right, we've strayed away from politics. Dude, I don't even care about politics. Honestly, no matter what, like, I'm the most middle ground person in politics I know, right? Like, I dislike all of them. Like, I'll talk smack about both of them, you know? But even still, that's not good enough for half of the people here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. I don't even want to talk about politics. Yeah, music is better. I'll talk about music. You know, as long as it's not trading, you know what I mean? We'll be good. We got FPRX gapping up here, too. Alright, but yeah, we got FPRX. EDRY making crazy rips here. This thing's got less than 1 million in the float. If my eyes aren't deceiving me. Less than 1 million in the float. Well, watch this one. We got VRAY pushing up. Am I missing anything? COVID. Alright, I'm good. Yeah, but actually, fun fact, my kids are home from school right now. You know why? Because my son's in first grade, and 2 of those little kids got COVID, man. You know, now they're quarantining the whole school. Great. You know, kids are home. VXRT is actually one of my favorite ones. VXRT is pretty solid. So I'm watching this one too. Yeah, I got you. Here, let me post my watch list for you all. Yeah, let me get it. Am I missing something here? I know I had something else. iMac. I guess that's about it. I mean, I don't know about anything else. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me see. DGLY. Yeah, we also got like DGLY here that I'm watching DGLY, Digital Ally as well. I know this is like a sympathy move. It pops up every time we have a certain like sympathy catalyst. That I'll include it, I guess, here. That's about it. I mean, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, this is mostly my watch list right now. If you got anything specific that I missed, let me know. Hey, what's up, James? Good morning, brother. Yeah. I actually listen to Mos Def too, mostly because I was a skateboarder back in my day. And if you know anything about the skateboarding culture in the late 90s and early 2000s, we all listened to Mos Def. You know, all skateboarders basically did, you know. And so I certainly did too. You know, good skateboarding music. Oh, it is on Netflix. Yeah, bro. If y'all haven't seen Chappelle Show's on Netflix, I was watching it yesterday. You know, I was watching Chappelle Show yesterday. Man, bro, like, they don't make comedy like that. They had Keel and Peele, which is kind of similar, and I like Keel and Peele too. But, like, Chappelle was the original OG dude that did that, you know. He should have done more than 3 seasons, though. You know, I know he had his thing, but, you know, he should have done more. ZCMD is my second favorite, and this one's kind of setting up for the crossover. We do have the 26 SMA above the 12 EMA. It's looking solid, so we do have this one setting up. We got some extension away from the VWAP as well, so we'll watch for a crossover in this one. See what we get here. That's what we're keeping an eye on. But I am watching ZCMD. Not too bad. DGLY's earnings. Okay, gotcha. Plug, been going to the moon. Johnson & Johnson. My kids went to school for the first week. Once they had confirmed case, they both went back to full remote. Yeah, that's basically it too. Yeah, they did Chappelle dirty, I'll say that. Like they had all these dumb rumors, and I feel like the studios put those rumors out. I remember the rumors because, like, I grew up around that time. I was like a teenager. About him going crazy and, like, moving away, and, like, it was all nonsense. He talked about it. You know, and they did him dirty, man. It was messed up. And I like Chappelle, too. I've been watching Chappelle since, you know, Half-Baked as a kid. And so Chappelle's the man. But yeah, ZCMD, I'm watching it for sure. We're watching ESEA, too. SYPR. We got Fossil. Fossil, I mean, you know, speaking of the 90s, Fossil is gapping up here. I don't even know how Fossil is still around. They must have done something right, though, because You know, they're still alive after all these years. Nobody's wearing Fossil watches though. V-Ray gapping up. NRGD. ESEA. PXS is another one that I haven't really talked about too much. It's a little bit more choppy, but it's got a 4.12 million float, 4.12 million float. Yeah, you know, Robert. You know what's up, man. And yeah, looking at the SPY itself, how was the SPY? I heard a lot of people told me it was, you know, we had a crazy market. It looks a little sideways to be honest. Not the best futures trading day. Yesterday, especially, man, very sideways day in the market. Look at this 5-minute chart. Looks like a bad day to trade. How did you all do yesterday? Let me know in the chat right now how you did, because honestly, it wasn't looking that good yesterday. We still got some stuff like iMac. I do have money to trade too, so I have enough equity certainly to trade this morning. Like the Fossil gang's about to get mad at me. Honestly, low key, I do own one Fossil watch. I can't even lie. You know, and it's a dope watch too. I actually like it. And so I'm not talking bad about Fossil. Like I said, they had to do something right. You know, because they're still around. You know, but from somebody that grew up in like the 90s and 2000s, Fossil had all these multicolored watches going around and everybody was wearing them. You know, kind of a little bit nostalgic, to be honest, looking back. Just because they were so, like, Fossil was like the equivalent of like G-Shock was like 10 years ago. You know, like G-Shock watches 10 years ago was like the equivalent of Fossil in the 90s and 2000s. But they're still around. Hey, listen, I'm not hating on them. You know, let them do their thing. Plug. Yeah, a lot of people talking about Plug. Let me see what's up. A little bit too expensive for me. Hey, y'all hit that like button as well. Wait, do they have a lifetime warranty? Because like the watch I have, I actually really like it. It's a brown Fossil watch with like a white, whatever it's called. And I like the watch, but it broke. And so if they have a lifetime warranty, I'm about to bring that thing back. Of course, I don't have the receipt though, because I bought that thing like 5 years ago. But, you know, hey, I wonder if they'll fix it for me. Because, you know, Zales certainly doesn't fix watches. I had a Seiko or Psycho or whatever they're called, SEIKO watch, which are like relatively expensive watches. They're like $200 watches, you know. And I had one of those, and like the head broke off of it, and I brought it back to Zales, where I spent hundreds on the freaking watch, and Zales is just kind of like, nah, we ain't fixing it. It's like, come on, man, have some good customer service. Swatch. Alright, let me know what's your favorite one. What are y'all watching this morning? Like, let me know what y'all are watching. Like I said, my main watches are IMAC. I know a lot of people are going to be watching EDRY just based off of the percentage moves alone. And hey, this one is starting to move over $12 here. So like this one's starting to push over 12. We'll see what happens. But I'm watching it. Hey, nice Logan. Hey, that's good, bro. I'm trying to get Caitlin in here, but she ain't answering. HUYA. Sage, do you have a cash or a margin account, brother? If you got a cash account, you don't have a PDT rule. Alright, but yeah, we're watching ZCMD. This is still probably one of my favorites. You know, we're gonna watch for the crossover here. We do have the 26 and the 12 EMA setting up. Looking solid here. We also have one person on my team in the World Series. Dude, Uniswap has to stop it, bro. You know what I'm gonna tell him? Die in a grease fire. Oh my gosh, bro. Is this me when I get older? Oh my gosh, dude. Look at my man Bubba. Is this me when I get older? Chat. Hey, chat. Is this me when I get older? Tell me. Is that me when I get older? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I can see it, you know? Looking like Jay Leno over here. Hey, shout out to Bubba. Appreciate it, man. Man. Alright, guys. Okay. Yeah, but if you have a cash... Oh, you know, yeah. I don't know, Wretched. But yeah, we're watching ZCMD. I just hope this one doesn't cross over beforehand. We also had EDRY that started to make moves. We'll see what happens. It's got a triple top like right around here at $12. More than that a little bit here. So look at 12. Is that the Ethereum guy? Alright. Alright, let's do this, guys. We got EDRY, we're watching it. Honestly, it's not a bad day. We got a decent amount of gappers. We got certainly more than I've had the last few weeks here. We'll see what we get, but it's certainly not a bad day. Hey, y'all hit that like button. Let's try to break 200 likes before the opening bell. I'm going to shoot for 200, shooting for the stars here. You know you want to. Hit that like button, team. Oh, man, it feels good to be back. Alright, guys. Let's do this, team. Hey, appreciate the sub, Lee. Y'all hit that like button. This is Think or Swim, Tom. Yeah, this is Think or Swim. I appreciate it, Daniel. Yeah, I'm feeling much better, bro. Not only based off of my symptoms, but just because I know what's wrong with me now. Like, I actually figured out what was wrong with me. I had an endoscopy yesterday, if you didn't catch it, and that's why I missed streaming, is because I was literally getting put under. Man, it's such a weird feeling getting put under, though, because like, I'm the type of person that I won't go to sleep if I think about it too much. Like, if I think about going to sleep, I won't go to sleep. And so they're just kind of like, here, count to 10, boom, wake up. It was super weird. It's the first time I've been put under in like 20 years. Last time I had my tonsils taken out when I was like 5. But we got ZCMD pushing up here. ZCMD team. Hey, we got 70 likes. We just need 30 beautiful likes. We got that. We got 30 minutes for 30 likes. Look, that's 1 like per minute. We got this. You know, ignore the 7 dislikes. That's literally just one dude who just for some reason feels super hella insecure about my channel. Hey, we got AKER here pushing up. AKER pushing up here. Let's see why it's going on. This is Acres Biosciences, and they are moving up. They signed a definitive merger agreement. Immunotherapies focused on age-related disorders and autoimmune diseases entering phase 2 clinical trials, and lead molecule MYMD1 inhibits production of tumor necrosis factor alpha, a cell signaling protein involved in systemic inflammation in preclinical studies. Nailed it. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. We're watching this one. They signed a definitive merger agreement with MyMD. So what's MyMD? I know it has a name. What's the symbol? I'm looking for MyMD. I don't see it. But hey, yeah, like I said, y'all check that one out. We also got like SYPR here. SYPR. Gap it up a little bit, but AKER, we'll see what happens here. We're at 207s. It ripped over 2. We'll see if the volume picks up here. A new candle is supposed to open up right now, and nothing happened. Okay, maybe we just don't have any more volume. I don't know what happened with AKER. Is it halted? What's going on with this? Somebody let me know. Popped up on the scans. I see it. We got ESEA up here as well. Like I said, VXRT. My main watches, if I had to like make a list of all the top watches, it would be VXRT, IMAC, ZCMD, and that's about it. I don't know if there's any other one that I really like good enough to have like a main watch. And maybe SINO. Those 4, you know. Maybe PXS as well. So like IMAC, SINO, PXS, VXRT, and ZCMD are my main watches. Like really, those are my top 4 or 5. I appreciate it. It's halted. Okay, I appreciate that. Robert, are there any commissions fees with the cash account? No, there's not, Sage. I have 0 commissions. That's how I can make like $5 or $10 a day and not, you know, have any commissions. But yeah, there's literally 0 commissions, brother. And I think people don't understand like the huge edge that gives you, having no commissions. It gives you a legit edge. I appreciate it, Tom. We're watching the SPY as well here, even though it's been a really choppy day in the market. We got to put a 5-minute chart up to really get the big picture, but like look at this choppy range. You know, it's been very, very choppy. Slight green in the last 2 days for the market itself, and I guess we could look up that as well here. All right, so we had USA Corp CPI numbers come out. Initial jobless claims for November come in, and a few other things, but you know, still basically I think we're having a red day still. Yeah, and so we're red today. Slightly break-even day yesterday. What the heck is my volume like that? And we're still watching EDRY here as well. This one's making huge percentage moves here. Yes, there, you can paper trade. Yeah, paper trading will have that big simulation trading thing popped up on it. So like if you look at my chart, like when you sign in, there's going to be two different options. But once you're actually paper trading, you'll see like a yellow thing right here that says simulated trading. Once you're actually paper trading. But it's basically two different platforms you log into on Thinkorswim. Like if I wanted to pull up simulation trading, I would have to log out of what I'm currently on and then click simulated trading and then log into that. And then if I wanted to log back into my real account, I would have to log out and go back into my live account. Now, there is on-demand trading on Thinkorswim, so it's like you can replay any market day in the last few years, really in like the last 20 years. So I can go back if I wanted to trade this same day last year and just practice. I could go all the way back to November 12th last year from 2019 and set the time for 9:30 and literally trade the market open as a paper trading on Thinkorswim. Really versatile platform. A lot of dope stuff. I talk some smack about it sometimes because, let's be honest, it needs to have smack talked about it sometimes. But overall, it's a really dope platform that helps new traders especially learn. But yeah, we got SYPR. We're watching this one too. Float of SYPR. Let me see if I can find the float here. I appreciate it, Luke. Yeah, man, I'm feeling much better, bro. We figured out what was wrong with me, feeling much better. NNDM. Yeah, we could look at NNDM. Big gap down. We'll see if we get like a reversal here. We got V-Ray as well. V-Ray is a former runner, but there's no volume. Honestly, I'm really excited to trade. I missed the day trading yesterday. I'm really excited to trade today. Yeah, hey, listen. We need 19 likes, guys. Y'all got that. Hit that like button. You want to. Let me see where I found the float. Float is 11 million for SYPR. Alright, let me get the Zoom meeting set up. Sorry, Eric was asking me how my meeting went yesterday, or how my endoscopy went yesterday, so... Hey, I got a lot of love from everybody at this channel. I really appreciate it, guys. I really do. Love you all. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the thought yesterday. I was nervous as hell, honestly, but it went well, and we did it, so I appreciate the love, team. I really do. Let's get old Eric in here. Hey, there we go, yeah. Hey, I'm feeling much better, Marlon. Hey, yeah, appreciate that, brother. Yeah, feeling much better, man. Like, noticeably better, for sure. Alright, guys, like I said, let me know right now what your favorite watch is in the chat. I know a lot of people are probably watching, like, EDRY. And so, let me know right now what you think. Hey, we need 2 more little baby likes here, guys. You got that. When you sign up to TD Ameritrade, it'll ask you whether you want to open up a cash or a margin account, and you just select cash. Honestly, I think anytime you open up an account, they're initially going to give you a cash account regardless. In order to have a margin account, you got to have like over $2,000 and then request it, basically. Hey, what's up, Eric? Hold on, let me get the sound straight real quick. There you go. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Alright, let me get the sound good. Alright, guys, let's do an Eric sound check.
Testing. Hello. How are we doing?
Should be good. Alright. So what's up, man? How did yesterday go for you, bro?
I think I only made like $40 or $50. Yeah, I made like $40 or $50. I like in total profits from all the stocks, I was up over like $220 or something like that. But there was one stock that I had, like, because I've been trading larger size, and I had a really bad trade, and then I took another trade on it. Like, I took 3 trades on it with large size because I was being a sore loser.
Yeah.
And then lost all 3 of them on the same stock. So even though I made like 200 something like overall, my losses brought it down to my overall profit being like 40 or 50 bucks.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean,
sense.
$40 or $50 is still like okay because like I just think about what I can actually like what that actually does, but it's definitely not anywhere near what I wanted to be.
I mean, you know, green is good, you know what I mean? And I know that's kind of like an overused expression, but, you know, you'll be able to scale up more in the future, and if you're green, you know?
Yeah.
We needed you yesterday. Hey, listen, I got put under. They gave me propofol yesterday, and I went to sleep, you know? Right around market open, too. I was thinking about trading, but then I was like, nah, you know, go to sleep, wake up, losing money, just wouldn't be good. We needed you yesterday, had me stuck watching garbage streamers. Hey, listen. I'm the one and only, you guys know me, you know. Y'all can go watch other streamers, but listen, you know. Y'all know I know what I'm talking about. Some of these other streamers, you know, most of them are just, they're either copying from me, or they're just kind of blindly just spewing nonsense. Except for Eric, obviously, because, like, Eric knows what's up, you know. Eric knows what's up, you know. Excluding Eric, most of these other streamers are garbage, you know. Maybe I'm just hyper competitive, you know. That's plausible. All right, but yeah, good news, man. Like I said, they found out that I have a hiatal hernia, which means like my stomach lining is protruding into my other organs. It sounds worse than it really is. It's actually fairly common. I think like 10-15% of the population has it. And if it's not super bad, you don't need to do anything for it. The more plausible thing that is causing my symptoms is I have gastritis, which is an inflammation of my stomach lining. And those take months to heal, which would explain why I've been dealing with this nonsense for months now. But they do heal, and then once they heal, my symptoms will basically be gone, which is very exciting for me because I've been dealing with this for years. And I talked about it. Like I said, there was 2 really bad outcomes of the endoscopy. One is obviously if they found cancer. The other one is if they found nothing. You know, if they found nothing, I would probably be more upset.
Really weird.
Yeah, you know, then it's like,
what the hell's wrong?
Right, exactly. And then it's like, no, you know, and so I'm very happy that it was a very specific thing that they found that was causing the symptoms that is going to go away and it's just temporary. So best outcome I could have had, really, you know. I should let my wife trade with $100. I have before. Honestly, low key, when my wife comes here, she usually does better than I do, you know. And so like I've let my wife come here and trade before. Yeah, and she like trades Tesla and makes money, and she like makes money than I do usually somehow, you know. Usually I'm guiding her in the trade. I'm like, hey, this is what you should look for, you know. But I usually give her a little bit of independence as well, and like let her make her own decisions too.
Does she like trading?
Kind of. She gets really nervous in trading, so like she'll enter a position and then she'll start to panic. Anytime she's red, she'll just kind of like freak out and get upset. Kind of, you know, pretty normal, I guess. But she enjoys it, but it's stressful for her. Alright. Let's do this, guys. Hey, we broke 100 likes. Nice team. Open a futures contract and go to sleep, yeah. I appreciate it, Nola. Thank you, man. Yeah, I am happy. Like I said, I've been dealing with this. Low-key, I thought I was about to die, you know, for like the last like month or so. Just because it's like when you got those symptoms and you can't figure it out. I've been to like 7 to 10 doctors. I'm honestly really surprised I have not caught COVID yet. Just based on the amount of doctors I've been to in the last like month. And so, good news yesterday for sure. But yeah, VXRT, guys, is starting to push up. It's at 530s right now. So 530s. We'll see what we get here. But VXRT is starting to make moves. Bounced at $5, and now it's sitting just over the VWAP at 535. And so we'll watch this one as well. We got some nice levels. We can look at 550 above it too. Hey, good luck, Richard. Hey, you got this, bro. Yeah, Richard. Hey, listen, you want to use my link? I think you get 20% off through my link. But number one, they're gonna have cookies, so like even if you signed up, I would still get credit. So I'm not doing it out of greed. I'm doing it because if you don't use my link, you won't get the discount. And so there's the link if you want to check that out. DGLY. SINO. EDLY, man, that's probably the biggest percentage move this morning. Yeah, DGLY, Digital Ally. Yeah, I noticed Digital Ally was moving too. My wife hates watching me trade. I'll flip the whole hand in a minute and go green, and she's of the mindset to be patient. Hey, nice. Yeah, that's kind of how mine is too. I mean, like I think when most, dude, if these spam bots, oh my gosh, bro. I've been telling them the same thing every time. Die in a grease fire. When did this person even join my Discord? So these people are joining my Discord and then not saying anything for days and then posting it, man. These are like a different level. They've evolved over here. These scammers have evolved,
Man, I don't know what to put on watch.
I mean, DGLY is moving up. Sorry,
I have iMac that I'm looking at.
Yeah, that was solid.
And then I have ZCMD, but those are the only two I'm really watching right now, and I feel like there's probably something better out here than these two.
So EDLY is the biggest percentage mover today. So it is up over 100%. A little stagnant in the last few hours, but it did make a pretty big rip. It has a huge range right now in pre-market, and so it's moving a ton. And so this one might start to go parabolic potentially. AKER is halted on a catalyst. So we do have AKER that's halted on, I can't remember the catalyst. Chat, help me out. But we do have AKER up. Let me just look it up. AKER is up after they signed a definitive merger agreement with MyMD. Oh, I get the hiccups. And then there's like PXS. I know you don't like these, but PXS is up. For you, maybe like Fossil would be in your price range. I don't know if you've seen SINO as well. SINO is kind of one that looks okay too. But yeah, mostly the ones that are moving are kind of not really your style, Eric, because most of them are at like $1 or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's basically like very similar to my list, Robert. Robert said VXRT. Yeah, you might like it, VXRT actually. Yeah, check out VXRT. That's probably one that is right around your, kind of your, forte right there. Decent volume, 530 right now. Decent gap up. Decent percentage gap up, about 20% up. So not too bad. SYPR. Yeah, this one, I don't really like this one as much. It's just not enough volume. It's right under 150, so that's not terrible, but the volume is not really what I'm loving right now for that one. Alright, team, let's do this. Hey, we got 111 likes here, guys. Appreciate the love, team. Let's do this. We got about 7 minutes until the opening bell. My main watch is, I don't know about EDLY. It's kind of expensive. Unless we get some really nice moves, like GTEC a few days ago, I'm not going to trade it. But iMac is one I'm watching. PXS is one I'm watching. And then VXRT is one I'm watching. And then ZCMD is probably at the top of the list this morning, just based off of movement and volatility, as well as liquidity and volume. So, yeah, ZCMD is looking pretty good, pretty sharp here. So we're watching that one. I see a few pop up on the scanners. TSQ, but nothing too crazy. BNGO, really cheap stock. So we can watch like BNGO as well. It's not too bad here. ACCO doesn't look bad. We got... That's about it. I mean, there's nothing too crazy today, but we do have a decent amount of gaps at least. If you like expensive stocks, there's FPRX, which is at $24, 23 something right now. Need some advice. Started Robbins a week ago. Made 2,600 over 2 days. Got flagged as PDT. Don't have 25K. Well, yeah, you're going to be frozen for 90 days, bro.
It depends on what broker you're with. You can call, and they offer good faith violations.
Yeah, so...
If you
didn't
or with
know,
a broker with good support, yeah.
Yeah. Like, basically, you need to just call them and explain your situation. Explain to them that you didn't understand the PDT rule, that you are a fresh beginner, and just, you better be pretty convincing that you're not going to do it again, and then switch to a cash account, somewhere else is what I would do if I were you. If you have less than 25K, a cash account is almost always the right move, There's not going to be any PDT rule. You'll just have to manage your equity to trade every single day. And like I said, it's almost always the right move to just trade a cash account. But yeah, if not, if you can't get them to unlock it, you're going to be frozen for, I think, 90 days. And if they won't undo it, then you're basically SOL. You're kind of out of luck there. Not much you can really do once that happens. EDRY. VXRT is at the top, I think, right now. VXRT and ZCMD. These two are the ones I'll probably be watching at the opening bell. Let's see what else we got. Let me put these moving averages. IDX is another one that is cheap, but we're watching it for like a rip over one, maybe. SI, pulling back a little bit, but yeah, we'll probably watch VXRT at the opening bell. Let me get the moving averages set up here. But we got some stuff to watch. We got about 3 minutes, team. What about AMD, SQ, and your old favorites? I mean, I don't have the platform and the buying power to trade those anymore. I used to love those. I've been trading futures, and that's kind of where my head has transitioned. And the reason is because, a lot of the time, even when I was trading AMD and all that stuff, I was using the SPY to confirm my trades anyway. And so trading futures, I can basically skip the middleman and just trade the market. I can just trade the Emini, which is the SPY, basically. And so I don't need to trade AMD or any of that stuff anymore because, I can, in the futures market, I can trade the E-mini, so I can basically just trade the stock market, the overall market, the SPY or the S&P 500, basically, and that works better than it ever did in mid and high caps. Like, the results I got from it, the accuracy I maintain is better than I did in those other ones. Now, like I said, I am going to change my method of approach to get funding here, and I think the way I have to do it is I have to build up small profits first until I have a cushion on the day, and then take some swings once I have that cushion. That
do the
way,
same thing.
Yeah, that's the right move, I think, and I think that's the way you protect your account. You don't hit the max loss, and you actually grow fast. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes. Let's do this. Hey, listen, we got 220 people in here. Smash that like button. Hit that sub button, team. We're getting ready to attack the open, trading penny stocks and futures. Regardless of what you like to trade, we're probably going to trade it. And so yeah, hit that like button.
One of the things about scaling up, and I think it's one of the reasons why I hate these like $1 to $2 stocks, is I'm trying to trade like $5,000, $6,000, and whenever I'm trading a $5 or $6 stock, I can just take a 1,000 shares, right? But if I'm trading a $1 to $2 stock, I need to be taking 5,000 to 2,500 shares, and it scares me that each penny move is a $50 change. So I just can't do it. Like I don't think I'm able to trade that much money on these like cheaper stocks because
I get it.
the thought of like losing $50 on a 1 cent move against me is just I'm not happy with that.
Yeah, and I get that for sure. I think I think on average they do have smaller ranges, but
Yeah,
I
for sure.
completely get that as well. Some of them don't, and I've always said like, listen, like a $5 stock can have a larger range than a $50 stock, and so it really just genuinely depends on, you know, the stocks you're trading and specifically the float. But yeah, it depends on the strategies for sure. I definitely think like stuff like GTEC the other day where you have some really obvious like consistent movement is going to be way more profitable than these cheap ones as well. It is a little subjective, but I kind of agree with you on that. All right, guys, there's the open. Let's do this.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh man, I need to do a test order. I almost just thought about taking like, it almost just like completely. I almost just missed the fact that like I could get destroyed. I need to make sure I take this shit real quick.
Yeah, SYPR
How it is-
popping up. SINO, guys, is one that I am looking at for the potential crossover for SINO. We do have some extension away from the VWAP here. And so that's probably one of my main watches right now. iMac showing up on the scanners. VXRT pushing up too. I never quite got the move I wanted from VXRT, but iMac is moving up here, and we might get the crossover as well.
There doesn't seem to be too much lag. There might be like a tiny bit, but it's not like a 5-minute kind of thing going on right now.
Yeah, and if you guys want to see why I don't trade why I try to avoid the VWAP, I try to exit before the VWAP. Look at that rejection right at the VWAP, like right at the VWAP. And so we're gonna look for a red to green move over 170 here for iMac. LNB is on my scanners as well, but honestly, my favorite one is kind of SINO at this point. And so bear with me, team. Let's do this. It's not Veterans Day today. That was yesterday. Oh, you might be talking about yesterday. My bad. Looking at PXS too. $66, $67. No fill. I tried to get in here. Oh, now I got filled. Worst spot to get filled at, but hey. We'll see here. I'm filled with 100 shares. A little bit early for me, but we're up enough in it to not be super upset. Maybe we'll add some if we get a nice pullback to like 175 or so. There's 180s. Hey. I got out a half there. Nice little squeeze. And we got out the rest there. So up 13 bucks on the trade. Nice little start to the day. I told you guys.
Popping off.
I try to tell everybody, listen, I called out the breakout level there, and the breakout level was 170. And once we broke 170 and got the crossover, we took it, and nice little setup there.
You catch that, by the way?
Which one?
iMac is popping off.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I just traded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. 170. I was watching for the little mini red to green break. So we had a red to green, and then we had a crossover. And even though it wasn't extended away from the VWAP, I did miss out on a little bit of it here.
This might squeeze into a halt. I don't know what the halt level is, but
yeah. But not a bad start for it. We'll watch for a pullback to $2 here. Let's see if it holds at 2. There's the pullback. Man, you gotta love it. Look at that. I'm not saying I'm the greatest predictor ever, but yo, I'm the greatest predictor ever. You guys know what's up. Send that pullback to $2. Look at that beautiful little touch to $2. And that's how you use those little whole dollar levels as profitable levels. So you just watch a big move, wait for the pullback there, and catch it. Of course, I'm all talk this morning. Didn't actually do anything, but
I thought you traded it, yeah?
oh no, well I made my money, but this
cool.
last pullback, like when I just said, I was like, let's look for a pullback and then a bounce at $2, right? And like that's what we got, and then it pulled back exactly to $2 and then bounced, and so I'm all talk on that one. I didn't actually do it, but I should have. I kind of froze a little bit, I guess. Maybe we'll have another chance here, but if it pulls back here, I don't know if I'll like it as much.
Yeah, I didn't take it off for $2 because I know we talked about it before, but I think it like strictly in terms of risk.
Right.
And it totally could have fallen like another 10-20 cents, and losing 10 to 20 cents on 1,000 shares is a pretty expensive mistake.
For sure, absolutely agree. It was a little extended at $2 as well. The next level was like 175, and so just a big level there. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Movie Night. Welcome, brother. And it bounced to $2 again, and I do think it's a good lesson on understanding whole dollars and like their significance in these type of moves. So you can see like how well it holds at $2, and it's not always going to do this, but a good lesson on kind of watching for those levels. And yeah, there's the break.
I mean, this stock is pretty incredibly strong out of open. I mean, it's gonna pull back at some point, but
for sure,
I don't know when to see it, because like we're still so far away from pre-market high that
it's got some range.
Yeah,
and these are the ones that like I've slowly learned that like, you gotta find the ones everybody else is watching in penny stocks. Like you'll get some people that are like, you just gotta wait and do the opposite of what everybody else does. I don't think that's true. I think you gotta try to do what everybody else is doing, and kind of ride with the group in a lot of these trades, unless you're taking advantage of reversals, squeezes. But stocks like this that are really strong and have such good volume, the patterns are going to be fulfilled easier, and so especially with like scalping, beautiful for scalping on these type of moves.
Dang, I didn't even realize this is trading like 3 million, 2 to 3 million a candle.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Big volume.
That's
EMAN showing
Isn't
up.
the float like 9 million or something like that?
Let me check. I think it's. I know it's less than 10 because I was watching it. I think it's either 4 or 8 million, if I remember correctly. So
it's trading like its float in like every 2 candles.
Yeah.
Crazy.
A lot of rotations for sure. Let me see. I'll figure out what the float is real quick. The float
if you just bought this
million.
at 7, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
If you bought this at open, like this is such a big payday.
Dude, I did buy it at open.
If it just hold, yeah.
I wish I would have held. And I'm like, it's hard not to look at the hindsight and be like, damn, I should.
Oh yeah.
But
I never.
all I was gonna say is like but I have to keep in mind like, look, like that's not my style. Like I'm not trying to ride these things up and hold them for 5 minutes. I'm trying to hold these things for like 30 seconds and then get out. And so even though I missed out on a huge move here, I had to stick with the system and do what the system tells me to do, and that's what the system tells me to do. Because there's going to be a correlation between holding it longer and my accuracy rate dropping.
Yeah, I don't actually think like that. Like I never get down on myself. Like, oh my god, I could have made so much more money. But I always do just at least consider it. I'm like, damn, like, what am I do like think about it, but I don't actually beat myself up over it. Yeah, because I think it's easy to beat yourself up over something like that.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
not worth it.
Oh my gosh, these Una. Hey guys, listen, if you ever see anything on my channel about people saying, oh, I made so much money with this program, oh, I did too, they're super fake. Ignore them. I've been telling them to, never mind, I'm not going to say what I've been telling them to. But
really, I called the number once and they doubled my money in 2 days.
Yeah, that's what they'll say. They'll say, oh, I made $5,326.37, But the reality is they're just scams. They're just legit scamming you. Like it's the same thing where you'll see people be like, it's a Bitcoin giveaway. All you have to do is send me half a Bitcoin and we'll send you a whole one back. That's nonsense. It's a scam. Ignore it. Run away. Even if it has like a big name behind it, because a lot of the time they're just fake big names. Like they'll pretend to be some huge name person. There's the rip over 250s. We'll see if it holds here. It's a little bit too extended. Well, it's a little bit too extended now for me for this one, but Um, hey, my man Richard, thank you, brother. Appreciate the $5 donation, bro. Shout out to Richard. Appreciate the love, brother.
Man, this has just been too, like, every candle has been green, man. I don't like trading stocks like this at all.
Yeah, it's too extended.
Give me a red candle just so I can feel a little bit better. Like, it's too green.
Right.
But hey, soon we'll be at the pre-market high. I do like that though, so.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And I think right now we got to watch 250. Like 250 is the level here. $half level. The only thing that we moved above it is wicks. And if we look at this on the chart, we see like 250 confirmed multiple times. So that's how I use these half and whole dollars as well. It makes a lot of sense using them this way. As like reward targets is the best way to use them in my opinion. PXS, pop it up here. I don't like PXS as much. We did get the crossover, but, you know, the VWAP usually rejects it. And so, you know, not bad, but rejecting there for PXS. We'll see if it holds.
That would have been a great pullback. I thought it was going to go all the way down to 20, but it didn't. Man, that could have been an over $100 trade. Ugh.
You guys are the best. Made 170 red to green move opening IMAC. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, like, and I talk about this strategy a lot. Like if we look at IMAC, it's a very simple strategy, but it works really well if you scalp it. And of course, this one made a huge percentage move afterwards. But that's not going to happen all the time. But like if we look at the little red to green move where we have a small red candle, and a small red candle is important. It can't be a huge red candle because then by the time it breaks on the upside, it's going to be extended, right? It's going to be tired, basically. But if it's a small red candle, it's not going to be as like extended when it finally breaks right here at this 170 level I talked about. And so when it does that, it kind of has this big engulfing candle afterwards that you can attack, and that's why I said 170. And you can see after it broke 170, you can see like the volume increase here. And so it's a very common pattern that I use. And if you scalp it, it's super high percentage as well. But you got to scalp it, and that's why I scalped it. But you know, looking back, I wish I didn't. Solo, SOLO, showing up on the scans. Oh, and this one, yeah, look at Solo, Eric. That's kind of right in your wheelhouse, bro. A lot of 1 minute pullbacks here.
I've traded that before. Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I have too. But yeah, it looks good. Decent volume. About, I would say on average, about 250,000 shares traded per minute.
Ooh, yeah, I do like this. I don't really like the pre-market or anything, but like since it's opened, it's been
very strong.
It's been great, yeah.
USEG popping up. Yeah, I'm looking for like a pullback to like 410 here if we can. 410 up to like 425 for Solo. We'll see. USEG starting to reverse as well, but Solo, big moves here. Alright, so I'm trying a little trade on IDEX here at a bounce to $1 for IDEX. We'll see what happens. I'm in with 200 shares. Fossil showing up as well. We're just going to see if it bounces here real quick at this whole dollar of 1. And then just exit this thing if it drops too much under 1. Looking at the range, actually, I don't know if I like the range.
There we go. Made a $40 scalp on iMac.
Nice. Yeah, PXS is breaking highs too. It's at 130s right now, guys. So PXS ripping up here. DGLY is actually fighting with the red to green move as well. So look at DGLY too. Both of those are creeping their way up now. Trying to give IDEX a little bit of time here, but yeah, I'm gonna jump out there. So $2 loss roughly, and I'm not mad about it. I'm fine with it. Under $1, I was just really playing it for a scalp, and so I think I'm gonna move back to the voluminous ones here with like PXS. Still way green on the day, We're looking at like PXS. Look at BLNK as well if you like those. And then iMac is giving us a pullback here. I'm watching down to like $2, maybe $2.25.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm looking at iMac here for a pullback to like 225s, 220s. And I'm also looking at PXS.
Wait, we're in that right now, yeah?
Huh?
We're in 225 right now, right?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see if it bounces.
I'm looking for a flush below 219 or 220 down to $2.
Yeah,
I wanted to flush below VWAP because I think it has the potential to. I would say the odds of it flushing below VWAP right now are probably only like 40%, but I think that's still significant enough for me to keep my eye on it.
All right, so I entered. Oh, did they double fill me? Okay, no. All right, so I'm in with 100 shares here of iMac or no PXS.
Okay, yeah, iMac.
I'm gonna try to get into some more here with 100 shares. No fill. Seeing if it breaks highs right now.
There's my flush on iMac, like I predicted, but it looks like it might be holding VWAP. I wanted it to flush below VWAP.
All right, I'm in with 200 shares of PXS here. We're gonna look to see if it breaks highs. Slightly break even, but we're gonna give it that chance to break highs. Maybe scale into it a little bit more if we start to. On the pullback to 125, I might add a little bit more to it as well, but we're right around the VWAP, and I'm just gonna see if we can get a strong move up here. Letting it fight a little bit. I don't mind the consolidation here either for PXS. See if we can add a little bit more to it here. One more. All right, we're in with 300 shares now. I think we got to use about 125 as my risk. Even though it's a bigger risk level here, I don't mind letting it pull back as long as it's not a huge pullback like this, which it was. We'll give it 1 second here, but definitely not the right outcome that I was looking for. About to get out probably. Unless we can like really fight over 125. Oof. Gnarly loss there. $32 loss. I'm still like down 15 bucks on the day. But I built up some profits and I took my swing, which is kind of what I talked about earlier. But yeah, we're still down. Let me see. We are down $20 on the day, so fairly small. But took my shot on PXS and it just didn't move. We still can watch iMac. It looks like I was pretty close to right about iMac, but we'll wait maybe for a dip to like 220. EVOL is showing up on the scanners as well.
Eddie, we are both using Thinkorswim. And if you're talking about when you said what program is using, and you weren't talking about the platform to trade with, the scanner is Trade Ideas.
Yep, appreciate it. Trying to get in here, and a lot of these I'm trying to get filled, and I'm just not. That's the same thing that kind of happened to me on.
Damn, Mike is down 3,230 on the day.
Dude, that's tough, bro. Hey, it's alright though. You know, if you're trading that big, you still should be fine, I think.
Do you know how big he trades with?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't actually.
Sounds like it's pretty big though, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. That'd be regularly, like doing 1,000. Yeah, either way each day.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I'm in with 100 here of iMac here on a little what I call a rebound bounce setup, kind of like a. It's hard to explain the exact move, but we're in with 100 shares right now. We're going to see if we get a little pop up here, and if not, we're already green on the day on this one, so oof. Yeah, we got to use a risk level of like 212s maybe. We'll see. but maybe I should have just sat on my green today. Which I think is my biggest thing. Like, I find, like, I'm green on the day, and then I push a little bit too much. But like I said, I think my overall goal on the day was to build up some profit, which I did, and then take some swings. So that even if I lose on the swings that I take, it's not like huge losses, which is kind of what I did today. So, I can't be super upset with my trading. It is Thursday, so, hopefully we get some big moves back up. But, we'll see what we get. Nothing too crazy yet, to be honest, so.
Looking like it will flush below VWAP here.
Yeah, I'm looking at
potentially.
Like, yeah, for sure. I see that as well. Like if we break 210s or 212s, that's like my cue to get out. Like that previous low right there.
I'm looking to get in. I mean,
I'm
looking to get in at like 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can kind of see that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And we can let it consolidate here. If it does, that's okay. I don't mind it picking up some steam as long as it doesn't flush too hard. Yeah, we're using Thinkorswim. Yeah, here's the flush, and yeah, that's what I wanted to avoid. So, small losses on the day. We're down like $30.
I made $20 off that, but I bought the flush or whatever.
I was looking for it to hold, but we just didn't get anything. So it's alright. We still got some equity. We'll see if we trade. I'm sure I'll still probably trade something else, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. Spy tanking. Yeah, we can check out futures maybe. If we get some good spy action, I'll take some futures trades. Let me make sure there's no restriction today. Man, my computer sounds like a rocket ship. It's working hard over here. Even though it's a red day, like I said, I can't be in a bad mood today. I legit thought I was going to die, for like the last month. And so I've literally been looking at everything through the lenses of, if I die, what's going to happen, And so, I can't be upset, even though it's a red day, I'm still happy.
So Daniel asks at Green, can you describe how you made that $20? So I have some support at $2, and as it came down flushing, I sensed, I didn't sense, that sounds a little weird. I read from the level 2, specifically the bid, that it wasn't going to be going lower at that minute, and I bought at 203, which was the low of that candle at the moment. And I bought 1,000 shares, and then I sold 2 cents higher with my 1,000 shares at 205 for a $20 profit. I call it, it's a strategy that I made through experimentation, and I call it the bungee pullback, because you buy on these large, wide range red candles, and then they bounce like a bungee cord.
Right.
Not the rubber band, Austin. It's the bungee. I think bungee sounds better than rubber band. Hey, did you catch the rubber band bounce? Or did you catch the bungee bounce? I think it's the bungee. But yeah. And we're currently sitting at 62.18 on the day. So we got $140 to go.
Hey, you're doing better than me. I'm down like $30, which is alright, But green is good, I guess, today. RKDA showing up on the scans too. Not enough volume for that one, really. I'm watching the SPY here to see what we get, and I'm still looking at some pennies here, but...
Another $10 scalp on IMAC.
What's IMAC doing?
191 to 192. It was a 1 cent scalp. There was a really large bid on 191, and I just hopped on with whoever was buying all those shares, and then I just sold immediately because I didn't know how long that large buyer would be there. So I just
Right.
wanted to get out immediately because if the large buyer that was backing me up left, I could have got flushed on, which could have
sure.
been a significant loss. So I didn't want to trust someone else to support me
Right.
for a long time.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I have no issue using them for just a brief second to make $10.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Abir asked, Eric, are you still trading with 5K? Today, I'm only trading, well, because I am trading like 5K on stocks that are like $5 or more. But on stocks that are $4, I'm trading 4K. On stocks that are $3, I'm trading 3K. Pretty much, I'm taking like 1,000 shares from $1 up to $5. So I'll be trading the like 1,000 times the dollar price from 1 to 5, and then from $6 all the way up, I will be trading $5,000 to $6,000. So that's where I'll start trading less than 1,000 shares. So yesterday, I was trading like a $13 stock, and I took 300 shares. So I think that's shoot, isn't that like 3,900? Am I like really bad at math? Pretty
For
sure.
which one?
13 times 300, isn't that like 3,900?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3,900. Yeah. So I'm still trading. So like as long as I'm trading a stock that's $5 or more, I'm gonna be trading between 4 to 6 grand. But on stocks that are like $1 or $2, I'm only trading 1 to 2 grand.
That's not bad.
And I mentioned that before earlier, Abir, but the reason why is if I'm taking 5,000 shares on a stock like iMac, that's too much to me. I can't handle like I'm not psychologically ready to handle a $50 move on every penny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
too much
that.
for me.
Yeah. Oh my
Looks
gosh,
like DXRT
dude.
didn't do much. What happened?
These never. If you ever see Uniswap, it's a huge scam. Never go to it. I'm gonna have to ban Uniswap. Man, these dudes, they are just spamming the chat. Like they can't possibly get a bunch of dummies that sign up for this.
Wait, the YouTube live chat?
No, it's Discord. But they're like spamming the Discord hard. You know.
You know what you can do then, right?
I'm
Have
trying
like
to ban the word Uniswap, but I have to get.
Wait, well-
I was just gonna say I have to get a Me6 bot set up, so I'm gonna do that after the stream today.
What you can do also, this is just an alternative solution if you wanted to, is you have to have a role in order to talk in the chats, and then you can have a bot where if you react to a message, it gives you a role. So essentially, whenever someone joins the Discord, they just have to click the emoji to like get a role, and then they can type. And I don't think the bots are
Yeah, I need to do that.
able to do that.
Right. Yeah, I need
Because
to do that.
that not only will stop the one that you're talking, that whatever scam you're talking about,
Right.
but it will stop all spammers that aren't human.
Right, and there's gonna be a lot of benefits in that too. Like that's what I really like to do.
And then you know if someone's spamming your server that they're human, and then you're just
Right.
like, damn, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, right. Like, hey, like at least we know. You know.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do, honestly. You know.
Abir asked, do I still live stream? I've never really done a lot of live streams. I've done like 2 ever. I might live stream here and there at some point, but I'm never gonna be like I likely won't do like a daily live stream, at least for like a very long time. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's different when I'm on John's stream versus when I'm streaming myself. When I'm on John's stream, there's like no pressure to like
Do well.
do really well.
Yeah.
Like, and then that's why I do well. Like right now I'm up 72-18. I feel like if I were on my stream, I wouldn't. If I was streaming myself, I wouldn't be
Right.
up 72-18.
Yeah, and that's what people don't realize. Like the truth is, like, and I told Eric all this stuff too. Like the reality is that streaming actually, like, so if you ever want to, like, for me as a trader, right? Like I want to put other content out besides streaming, and the streaming directly hurts that, right? Like if I live stream, it hurts my videos. It makes the channel actually grow slower. And so, like, sure, if you're like a really small channel, streaming might have some value when you're first getting started. But once you grow large, like you don't want to keep streaming because, and that's what you'll see a lot of people do. You'll see a lot of the big channels like they'll stream, and then once they're big enough, they stop because they understand like YouTube isn't Twitch, and like YouTube, nobody's gonna be watching your streams in a month. You know what I mean? Like nobody's gonna be watching replays of your stream in a month. Instead, but if you put videos out and you work on videos and you drop a new video every day, people will watch those videos in a month from now. And so if you do that every day, it's instead of streaming every day, if you just make a video, your channel will grow so much faster than it would if you were just streaming. And like people don't understand that, people don't realize that. A lot of people, and of course I know people want me to keep streaming, but you know, I gotta do what's best for the channel too, I guess. Yeah, for sure. It does. It certainly helps with retention and loyalty, but not a super amount. You know what I mean? Like, I see how the reality is, to be honest, to be blunt with it, most traders lose, right? And so, like, sure, we might have some loyal viewers for, 3 months, 3 to 6 months, right? But a lot of the time, those just end up quitting. And they stop trading, and then we get a new list of new traders that hang out here. And so, like for somebody that's streamed almost every day for years, I see the general flow of people that are here. Like, I know the ones that have been here for a long time, and usually they're the ones that actually have success in trading. But, like, a large majority of people, I'll see them for, like, 3 months, and they'll be here regularly for 3 months, and then they'll just, stop trading, basically.
AKER is interesting.
Let me see. Yeah, AKER is interesting. Big squeeze. We'll watch it over 250. And like the market's so sideways too.
I almost bought at 42.
I don't hate that one right there. It's got some.
I'm not doing it though, but because it still has a lot of room to fall. But
yeah, it certainly got some confirmation there.
And it would have been a successful trade. I would have made like $30 to $50, but yeah.
And the SPY is so sideways, Like, look at the SPY. It's hard to trade this in futures. I was getting ready to trade because I thought we might have something. But, like, look at the SPY right now. It's just sideways, choppy. It's been like this for the last 3 days, too. So it's kind of interesting to watch the futures market and, like, understand, like, there's going to be some days where you just shouldn't be trading. And
what I'm sad about is that today feels like how it was the last couple of weeks, where after the first 30 minutes for open, things just kind of slow down and die off. Like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting now.
Right.
Whereas like yesterday and Tuesday were both days where there was still opportunity after the initial 30 minutes.
Right, exactly. And that's what really caught me today is that we had some good opening moves that I was able to profit from, but nothing really happened after the open. Everything kind of died, and there's nothing really pushing anymore. And so it's kind of tough to say, hey, look, I know I wanted to trade these, but, nothing looks good enough anymore.
At least let me get 100. I don't think I'm going to be able to get 200, dude. Man, I keep on falling short of this every day. But if I can just keep hitting 100, then that's good enough, I suppose. I just need to make one more trade to get up there.
Yeah. People should really watch your video, Crazy Accurate Trading Strategy for Scalping. I watched it on the drop, and it's really clear. Yeah, for sure. And the future strategies legitimately work. It really depends on what the SPY in the market is doing, right? So if like you're going to trade, and like I said, those strategies are pretty universal. Like they'll work on a majority of different securities and assets or stocks, just depending on if the liquidity is good. Like you need good liquidity. Hey Carla, I appreciate it. Yeah, welcome all the Warrior trading guys. They just ended their stream, and now we got an influx of new traders. So hey, what's up, team? Hope y'all are doing well. How'd Ross do today? Yeah, AKER is certainly what I'm watching too. But no, like I would say, like those strategies I teach you in my videos are mostly going to work on mid and high caps and futures. Some penny stocks as well. It just depends. Like the red to green move is a pretty universal strategy in pennies, But most of those are going to work really well on futures and mid and high caps.
Man, look at iMac. It's just like it's like straight up, straight down. That's crazy. Someone said G-Tech.
Again?
Someone said that. I don't like it.
Let me see. I mean, it's making a move. It did have a pretty big squeeze that I completely missed today. Interesting.
Yeah, it did have a big squeeze. I just don't like the volume on it at all.
Yeah, I feel you.
People said Ross is up 17 to 19K.
Oof. I wish, you know.
I'm still watching AKER.
Yeah, I kind of got GTEC on my list now. I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. We'll see what happens. SINO is starting to kind of make a squeeze up too. SINO.
You said SINO?
Mm-hmm. It's not too bad.
Let me see. Maybe.
Yeah, the SPY is just boring right now, so we're gonna wait and see if we get anything from that. But tough to trade when there's nothing really moving.
Still need 30 more. 30 more for the 100. And then and then I'll call it a day. I probably won't keep trading to 200 unless we see something pop up. If something picks up, then I'll go for my 200. Right. Otherwise, I'm just gonna settle on. Today's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So there's still another day too.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing really. I mean, everything's failing that I'm watching in mid and high caps and pennies. So it's.
I made $20 on SINO on that large flush, from 270 to 250, and then I bought at 253, and I sold at 255. I mean, it's up to 259 now, so obviously I left a lot on the table, but I just took my $20 and ran. So $92.18 on the day.
Not bad. Nice move. You know?
Yeah. Definitely could have held that pullback a little bit longer, but I just don't trust the stock, so I just got out really quickly.
Yeah, I feel you.
AKAR, or ER rather, is pushing back up to the high of the day at 2.8, just broke, created a new high. False break kind of, it broke above 3 cents, fell back down. Let's see if it keeps pushing up or not.
Yeah, futures market is just doo-doo today. Very sideways market. I think if we look at the SPY, I was getting ready to trade it, but I think if we look at the SPY, you know, like look how sideways we are.
Trader T, I saw you in Ross's stream chat yesterday, and I tried to say hi, and you didn't reply.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shade. Through shade.
I was like, damn, I've seen you in John's stream, and I was like, oh my god, I'll just say what's up. And nope.
Shade thrown, you know.
Yeah. Guess I don't know. We talk over here, so I thought that it would like transfer over there, but nope. Just...
Yeah, you ghosting Eric over here, Trader T.
Yeah.
You know? That hurts. That hurts. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? What's up, Jairth? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, bro. I'm sure I am. What's up, man? Can you help me? Help you with what, bro? I missed you guys yesterday. Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, nice spin. Congrats, bro. Yeah, they work for sure. Yeah, I know you have James. Hey, James, you're a true OG.
Hey,
bro.
let's go. $40 scalp on AKER. I bought at 40, sold at 44. Wow, dude, I literally got the bottom of that flush. Like, look at the. Do you see that flush?
Oh, which one?
Look at AKER. Hey, look at that. Emini isn't good, and chat did the same flush as me. So you see that last candle?
Right.
I bought at 40, and then 240, and then I sold at 244.
And it's a nice little bunchy scalp, huh?
Yeah, that was a really good bungee scalp, but I could have got $100 on it, but I only got 40, so there's that. We're
Yeah.
currently up $136.18 on the day.
Trader T said she didn't see your comment.
Yeah, it's fine. I was just giving shit.
Yeah, yeah. Banned from YouTube. No, SYPR pushing up. We're at 160s. I don't know. Check out SYPR, guys. That one doesn't look bad.
That was actually, I'm really proud of that bungee there. That was like literally a perfect entry. Because normally I do get like within 1 to 2 cents of the bottom, but the bungee pullback is more predictable. Whereas that one like flushed below VWAP, and it wasn't any clear level of support there. Like pretty much the whole basis for my entry at 240 was reading the level 2, so it was like strictly it was a cold read. So I have like two types of reads. This is just like another type of my term, and I've never mentioned this in a video before. I think it's also because I only came up with the terms 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Like I kind of like make up terms along the way to try to help like be able to convey what I'm doing. So I have two types of reads when I'm trying to predict a stock. I have a warm read, which is where I have information from the graph that, or the chart rather, that will support my ability to choose the best spots.
Right.
And that would be like having support, resistance, trend lines, moving averages, and stuff like that. That would be a warm read. And then my cold read is when there's nothing. There's no EMAs, there's no VWAP, no support, no resistance. The only thing I'm basing my trade off of is looking at the bid. And that was like a cold read for a perfect entry, which is much harder than a like warm read.
Right. Makes sense.
Oh wow, there's a lot of people spamming GTech.
GTech.
Oh, actually, it's not a lot of people. It's
one person.
One person spamming it.
Come on, bro. No spams. Let me see. Oh, it's Joel. He's cool.
It worked out though. It worked out though because I saw the message because I saw so many of them.
Right. Hey, he was right. He was just trying to bring attention, so I kind of respect it. You know.
Yeah. Got me hyped for a second though. I was like, damn, if so many people are calling it out,
right.
It must be amazing.
And it honestly isn't bad.
I
appreciate the sub.
I think this was the stock that helped me get the $500 day. I can't remember if it was or not, but I'm pretty sure this is the stock that did it. Yep, it was GTech. I made $470 on GTech on Wednesday or Tuesday. So.
Yeah, that was the one you and I both had a green day on, and it was beautiful moves, really, for it. I remember that one.
So GTech has a special place in my heart now because it contributed to my PB.
Right. I get it. There's a few stocks that are like that with me. A few, you know.
U1 will always be the same way. UON.
UONE? Yeah, I remember that one too.
That was the stock that I traded that stock when I was paper trading, and with that stock I took my paper trading account from 12,000 to 25.
Yeah, see, I never. I don't think I ever actually traded UONE, but I remember a few of them though. Like
it was a multi-day runner.
Yeah.
Huge.
Like I remember that one put in like crazy moves, like huge rips.
Daniel asks at Green, is bungee your favorite strategy? So I have two strategies: the bungee pullback and the micro pullback. And I trade the bungee pullback more. I have a higher win rate with it, and I make more money from it. So I would say that the bungee is my favorite. And then how do you pick the level to bungee to? That's a more complicated answer. And I would just suggest watching a couple of my live day trading videos, as that will likely be way more informative than I could like explain over the stream. $10 scalp on GTech.
His go-to is the bungee for sure.
$20 scalp on G-Tech for a total of 30. Up $166.18 on the day.
Nice. Hey, killing it. Congrats, bro.
Yeah, G-Tech. Do you see that candle on G-Tech?
Oh my gosh, dude! I was watching.
I traded that. I traded that flush twice. In that one candle, I bought and sold twice.
Man, that's a big candle, bro.
Yeah, so I bought it 524, and I sold it 525, and then I bought it 517, sold it at 519.
Nice. Hey, congrats. Yeah. Hey, good trade.
Beer also asked, how do you predict a way to get in? And guys, this is like, so I can explain like all the parts of my strategy, but obviously the hardest part of trading the way I do is getting the same entries, right? And that's why it's like, I can explain all the different elements of my strategy with like relative ease, but the one that's going to be hardest is how to determine your entry because it's so conditional. There are like almost infinite scenarios that like will be different based on the conditions of the stock. Like,
for sure.
So, like it even goes down to things as complicated as how much volume is the stock trading, like per on average over like the last 5 candles. What is the float of the stock? What is the range of the stock? Like how much is it ranging? Where is the support and resistances? There's just so many questions. Like there's
so much nuance to it.
There's so much factors that just saying, oh, I buy here isn't really possible. That's why I always say I have a playlist on my channel called live day trading. I think there's like 5 videos in there, and I'm frequently adding to it. And if you you don't have to watch all my content, but if you just watch the live day trading, you'll get to see examples of me trading the way I do, with me giving some sort of background or thoughts behind it. And that's the best way to learn, in my opinion, is just to hear and see it done frequently while practicing it too. You're not going to be able to just watch me trade and then one day just walk up and start trading it. It also comes with practice. So while you're 100%. Watching these videos, hop into paper trading and practice.
Right. That's what's going to teach you how to be. That's what's going to help you learn it the best, is for sure. Just practice.
And I took a paper trading account from 2000 to, I think, at this point, I don't even remember the exact amount. It was, I know I had over 25,000. I brought it from 2,000 to over 25,000 in a paper trading account before I went live.
Nice.
And like, I would recommend that anybody that wants to go live should go and paper trade an account to at least, at the very bare minimum, 3x the initial starting amount.
Right, and I think that's the right move before you actually use your money on the line. Like, I think you have to, in a way, like you have to kind of get your mind right with all that stuff first before, because if not, you're just gonna get beat up in the market. You know.
You see G-Tech, by the way, dude? That thing just died. It fell off a cliff.
I made a little bit of money in futures just now. I'm up like $10 on the day. Nothing too crazy, but we're watching it. We're actually getting some volatility now in the futures. Oh my gosh, look at G-Tech. Sorry, bro, you were right.
Yeah, it fell off incredibly hard.
Wow.
I only traded the first bungee opportunity. The other ones, I was at that point, it was too scary. I almost bought at 5, and then I didn't do it because.
I kind of get it.
Daniel. Yeah, Daniel said, Eric, are at green. Everyone does at green now. One person said at green, and now everyone does at green. At green, using mostly the bungee. Yes, so I have 2 strategies, the bungee and the micro pullback, and I trade overwhelmingly the bungee pullback because I have a higher accuracy with a higher profit ratio, I guess. Like, the amount of money I make from the bungee is significantly more than I make from the micro pullback.
Makes sense. Hey, I appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome to the team. We do this live every day. Y'all hit that like button, too. Y'all go check out Eric's channel. His link is in the description. He's been killing it today, doing better than me even, so y'all go sub to his channel for sure. Man, G-Tech just is halted.
Died.
It's over with. Yeah, be careful, guys. G-Tech, that was a gnarly move right there, man. Just brutal. Gruesome. And like I said, it's been a little bit difficult of a day. Like, we had some good opening action, but after that, it's just slowed down so much that it's just kind of, you know.
I've taken 12 trades is the amount I've taken. So that's another thing I've noticed too. I've taken less trades than So 3 months ago, I used to take 70
more.
trades, 80 trades a day,
Hmm.
and at that time, I was taking 70 to 80 trades a day to make like $100.
Right.
But now I'm taking 12 trades, and I've made $166.18.
And
So
that's
it's
the
like
beautiful thing about
it's
scaling
beautiful.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Scaling up, that's what I say. Like, and that's why, like, I have so much confidence, even though I'm trading small right now. Like, I have so much confidence because, like, I'm green so much that I understand, like, when I scale up, it's gonna be way easier. And people might make
Oh
fun of
yeah.
me for trading small now, but it's like in the end, I understand the system and like I understand how accurate it actually is. And so, regardless of what people want to say about the sizing I'm using, you got to understand, like, look, it's all a process. And the people that rush to trade big are usually the ones that lose their account. And so, like, Eric trading small is
And I did it for months.
right. Hey, Carol's here, guys. You want to trade today?
I can't. Those kids are doing school.
Oh, yeah.
How's everyone doing?
Yeah, the kids are home
Again?
again. Yeah, again. COVID. But yeah. Let's see.
It is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. And like I'm watching the market. The market's actually been a little bit more volatile lately, but like
I'm watching AKER for a potential bungee off of 2.2, or $2.20 rather. The volume on this isn't incredible, but if it comes down to 2.20, I might be interested.
not bad. I'm watching it. It just 230 is the line in the sand for me for that one.
We need $40 to be able to wrap up this day.
All right, I'm in VXRT.
I haven't checked that in a while. Let me check it out. VXRT.
Making a little bit in it. If I can, trying to manage this. We're letting it run up. We're in with 50 shares now. We had 100. Oh, Carol's gonna check the chat. Yeah, here I could try to put it up like on this window if you want me to.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. All right, so yeah, we're up. A little bit in the VXRT. We're up about $10. It's gonna help me rebound some on the day.
So the only thing I'm not liking about VXRT right now is I think that if I remember correctly from when I traded this a couple months ago, I think the float is like a little bit shy of 100 million,
Morning,
and then
everyone.
it's trading like a couple 100,000 per 1 minute candle. So there's
Right.
like no way that this is like trading like a large amount relative to the float, which means we won't be seeing any.
Oh, thank you. I have to be on someone said they like my makeup.
Oh, sorry. Here, let me.
The money
here,
head, Caitlin.
Here,
Thank
want-
you.
Here, you can wear the headphones if you want. Eric, I have Eric as a guest on stream today.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well.
Okay. How's trading going?
It's alright. I'm down today, but not too bad.
Yeah.
I'm in this one
Currently
right now
sitting
with
at
50 shares. We're gonna let it try to break up at 5:30 if we can.
$166.18
But that's about it.
Okay, well that's cool.
Someone in chat said PXS is interesting. Let me take a
Market has been slow last week or so.
for oh god, I don't know how to say your name. I'm just gonna say H. I'm not a huge fan of it personally.
Pushing it. Let's see if we
but
can squeeze up.
Let me. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay out of that. Someone's saying SINO. SINO. I do.
Oh, there's
Maybe
530s
like a
here.
pullback. Maybe.
I'm debating on whether I should sell or not. Oh, thank you, baby. You done? Oh.
Yeah, I'm about to have to go. I'm trying to do a Zoom call.
All right, baby. They're in school.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta tell you something.
All right.
Oh man, VXRT. Are you still in?
Oh man, yeah. Sorry, my wife's trying to tell me about school drama. I mean, I'm still green.
Oh, it's still above your entry. Yeah. It's still above your
Yeah.
entry.
Oh shit!
Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
Wife just bowed me in the
I'm
head.
sorry.
Man.
I had my arm right here, and when I went like that, I'm sorry.
It's alright. I'm alright.
But look at this.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That's messed up.
Yeah.
You know how it is. How does Maddie feel about that? Not happy.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You tell everyone your everything went well.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get out here for a little 7-something win. So small little green trade. We'll take it. It might actually squeeze up more based off of the strength here. But, you know, we'll take it. Small wins. Let's see how the chat feels about you bowing me in the head, man.
Vinny said assault on
I didn't
stream.
mean to.
Yeah.
Assault on stream.
Yeah. Right. Call the cops, you know.
Don't tell them to do that. They'll swat you.
Oh, yeah, don't even say that,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, the boss
Check
is
out
here.
SINO.
My belly
Someone
button's
in
not
chat
out.
said SINO.
Yeah, it is. That shirt's too, you know.
Well, I'm at home.
I know, I get it. I'm
I
just
mean-
messing with you. Yeah, let
Come
me
on,
see.
Daryl.
Yeah, look, here's you right here. There you go. Yeah, you can pick
Can't
this.
see my belly button.
Well, you can if you lift your arms up. See?
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
There?
Stop it. Get out of here.
Man, people are
Can't
so
see it.
serious.
Yeah. Are they? Let me see. They're getting mad. Yeah, he's not dying. Yeah, right. Like, I'm not dying,
Yeah.
man. Honestly, like, I straight up, you could ask Carol. I've been the most morbid person ever for the last month. Like, I've been doing it all. I've been listening to sad music,
Yeah.
you know?
It's
I've been
driving
listening
me
to
crazy.
the acoustic version of Juice WRLD's Lean with it, you know? Super sad songs, you know? The Kid Leroy, sad music. I've been just listening to sad music for the last, like, month, thinking I was about to die, you know? Straight up. But, like, you know, now I'm not about to die, and I got a new lease on life. I'm happy. You know, I'll be putting out more content.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, I've been worried about him, you know, because I know he's been really sick. but,
$30 scalp
I mean, I
on.
didn't think that he was necessarily dying,
Yeah.
you know. And luckily, where we live, like, you could get the best, you know, medical treatment,
Yeah.
you know. So,
Yeah.
Made a quick scalp on SINO.
Yeah, see that when it's pulling. I don't hate it looking at a pullback down to like 270s. It's not terrible. And I made a little bit of money on VXRT, but yeah, that's messed up, man. They planning that stuff out, you know. She's over there thirsty and stuff, you know.
who?
P.
Who's that?
P. Nothing to do with the channel or YouTube.
Oh,
P.
yeah.
You know, she's over there thirsty and stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know, it is what it is. Sorry, I'm all up in my daughter's school-age drama, you know.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Hey, let's
She's got a
go.
little boy that
$18
likes
scalp.
her and,
$18 scalp on SINO. We're
a
up
lot of her friends apparently like the
$194.
same little boy, so.
Nice. Yeah, I'm watching SI. You know, I was thinking about it getting in at 275, but I talked myself out of it.
Got in at 269, sold 261.
Look at
Or 71,
AKER.
rather.
AKER is starting to bounce too.
AKER?
Yeah.
AKER. Yeah, I do not hate that at all.
Yeah,
Let me
bone
see.
marrow. That's rough.
Here, let me put this up so y'all can both hear each other. I don't know what happened to my speakers on my computer. Here, you wear this. And that way you can talk to. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, we're in Houston, so like MD Anderson's here. That's where I am. I'm a patient at MD Anderson, and I'm sure a lot of y'all know kind of I'm sure John is probably
Yeah, I've told her. Yeah,
aired out all
she's
my
had
dirty laundry.
Yeah, she has. She's BRCA2 positive, which is like the same thing Angelina Jolie has. And so
Wait, what
when
is
she's BRCA2 positive, so BRCA2.
So it's a breast cancer gene, and
Gotcha.
a lot of the women on my mom's side, and even the men, the women get breast cancer, the men get brain tumors. So,
Oh, man.
and but yeah, so in 2013, February 2013, so Christmas 2012, I had found a lump, and I had already known that I was BRCA2 positive because I had gotten tested for it when I was 18. And so Christmas 2012, I realized that I have like a lump basically in my breast that I could feel. So I go into MD Anderson and they do an ultrasound basically because, you know, mammograms, they work, but sometimes they're not as thorough, you know, as like an ultrasound is. So they do an ultrasound and they find 3 spots in my right breast. And they did a biopsy there, but one of the spots that I had, they couldn't get to biopsy. And like I was literally like laying there, and actually John was in the waiting room, and the fire alarm goes off, and it was like they had this big, like, and of course they numbed the area and everything, but like they had this big needle like in my, you know, and John couldn't be in there, which sucked too. But anyway, so we kind of just made the decision because one of my aunts, my mom's younger sister, she had the same thing where she had some spots, and then one spot was not, it was benign, but then there was a spot behind that was actually malignant, and she ended up having breast cancer. She fought it for about like 15 years, and then she eventually passed away about 5 years ago. Yeah. But or maybe 6 years ago. Yeah, but anyway, so a while ago. Yeah, we kind of made the decision because with my genetics, according to my genetic counselors, basically people kind of telling me what to expect from when they look at my genetics. Yeah. They're saying that I have like a 90-something%. It was like a 92% chance of having breast cancer, and all the women get it in their early 30s, like 30. They get it, and so anyways, I made the decision to do the mastectomy, and yeah, I mean, it was tough, you know.
It was the right move, I think.
Yeah, but it was the right thing to do. And it's funny, too, because so I had the mastectomy, and the way it's like a process. They don't just, like, take everything out and then stick some implants in there. They have to, I don't know if you've explained this, but basically...
they put expanders in. I think I've told you before.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it than you think, because when they remove the breast tissue, like for me... You could do mastectomies, like preventative, excuse me. You could do preventative mastectomies where you could keep your skin and your nipple, basically. So like
nipple sparing.
It's skin and nipple sparing. So basically, like you remove the breast tissue on the inside, and then everything on the outside is basically the same. But when they remove all that tissue, there's basically a gap in blood supply between like the skin and the nipple and then the inside, right? So they put a tissue expander underneath my pectoral muscle, and like over the following weeks of after having the initial surgery, I would go in, and it was actually kind of cool. And the tissue expanders, they had a magnetic port in so that they could find this port, and then they would basically put a needle in there and they would fill it up with saline slowly over like a month period, right, so that they slowly expand them to the size that you want, basically, you know. And I remember my dad went with me for one of the appointments, and he was it was scary. It was scary, but it was interesting too, because it was like I went in there with like nothing, because I was literally like nothing, nothing for like 2 weeks maybe. Yeah. And I had all these surgical drains and stuff. And then I went in, and they would fill it up with a certain amount, like certain cc's of saline to give me the size that I wanted. So I finally got to the size that I wanted, and I was a week out from the surgery where they would take the tissue expander out and put in the implant. And for some reason, I remember thinking, like, I think I'm supposed to be on my period. Yeah. And then I go and I take a pregnancy test, and it was positive. Yeah, so it was positive. After going through,
she's got all these expanders in.
Yeah,
and like, it was the worst possible time.
It was the worst time, but I'm happy though.
Yeah, it worked out. Jack's super smart kid, you know.
Yeah, but I did go through my pregnancy with the tissue expanders, and they're like rock hard. Yeah, like they're like hard. It's like an implant that you could expand, but it's like really, really hard. Yeah. And then about 6 weeks after I had Jack, we started noticing that one of my tissue expanders apparently was leaking, because I had one that was the right size, and then one I was like slowly getting smaller. So they had to rush me in, and then that's when they did the implant swap, and that's basically what I have now, you know. But I'm glad that I did it, because now like my risk is basically like
close to zero.
Yeah, it's basically close to zero, and
It worked out. You
Yeah,
know.
especially with
Jack was healthy, which it was just
we
a
were
big
worried
mess.
about. Yeah, but it's crazy what they could do these days, like the medical innovation, especially compared to like when my mom got breast cancer.
One of the kids is in here. Who's in here?
Okay, I'll be out there in a sec. Yeah, especially compared to what it was like when my mom had breast cancer in like the late 90s.
Yeah.
It's so much different. And actually, I ended up having my surgery done it was like a week or two after Angelina Jolie apparently had her surgery, but she had it and like she didn't come out for like a couple months and say that, hey, I did this. But apparently our surgeries were like a week apart.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was like right at the same time.
Yeah, it was like legit like a month, or it was legit like a week,
Right.
Difference. So. Yeah, men can get breast cancer.
Yeah, they can.
Someone in chat asked, one sec, I lost the message. At Green, my bungee orders are average a penny off. What is it you do? I read the question, but I didn't know how to answer it. Can you rephrase your question to something a little bit like specific? And then also, I took another trade, and we're currently sitting at $204.48 for the day.
Hey, nice job, bro.
So we hit the daily goal.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm kind of mad I got out of VXRT. Look at that one. VXRT ended up squeezing after I got out, which is all right, but I'm still a little bummed I missed it.
Maybe, should I go for 300?
Scale down is what I would do, you know what I mean?
True,
Still a good
yeah.
day. Scale down,
Maybe a new good time to break the old PB.
I gotta go downstairs.
All right, baby. Love you.
Come talk to me.
Austin said I'm echoing.
Love you.
Here.
All right.
All right, y'all.
All right, guys. Thanks, Carol. Thanks, Carol, for being here.
And telling my
Her
little,
story. I've told it before, I think.
Yeah. So.
But.
Anyways, all right, y'all.
You gotta come trade next time.
Yeah.
We'll plan it.
Maybe.
All right.
They're all saying that I have feedback and echo.
Maybe a little bit. It might be because the volume is a little too loud on my headphones. Let me try turning that down, see if that helps.
Was I going through your speaker or your headphone?
No, it's just the headphones, so it might not be that, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Ooh.
VXRT squeezing up pretty big. I'm still looking at this one with FOMO.
AKER new high day.
Yeah, that one looks good too.
Okay, they're saying it's better.
Okay. I think they started messing with the food and water. I mean, hey, listen, it's plausible, I guess. Yeah, it's just a terrible day to trade the futures. So I haven't, I'm up like $10, but just not the right day for it, I think. Just too much nonsense and boring. Sideways moves, nothing too crazy is going on. It's just mostly sideways action for both the SPY and most of the other futures contracts I've seen. If you guys have another market that looks better, let me know.
Are you still trading pennies or are you done with that?
I'm probably done with penny stocks. Unless we get something else that looks good, I'm probably done with it,
I've traded 5 stocks today. I just realized that's like more than my average, but
Nice.
I don't think any of them were like bad trades. Like I don't think any of them were like bad ideas. Like
Right.
one like inappropriate trades. Ones where like I was doing it out of like boredom or anything like that.
FOMO. Like me, I got into a little bit of FOMO trades today for sure, but we salvaged the day for the most part. I do have a little bit of FOMO maybe for like VXRT for missing that move, but aside from that,
When did that happen? When did people start adding me with green? Like Trader T even added green. At green, I don't think we can at you. That's what everyone is at green. No, you can definitely at me at Eric Green. Yeah.
Should be able to.
Can you try adding me?
Yeah, let me see. I mean, I can add Eric Green.
Yeah.
Is
I'm just green
at
now.
Green? I guess they're just using your last name. You know, I
One
guess.
person did green, and now everyone has just started saying. There we go. Now Trader T used at Eric Green. Yeah.
Trendsetters.
One person
You know?
did green once, and then everyone started doing it.
Trendsetters, bro. You know.
Yeah. And when you guys use at Eric Green, it shows up as orange in my chat. Whereas if you use at green, it doesn't show up as orange, and the only reason I'm finding it is just like because I'm trying to read most messages. Yeah, now when you guys are all using it, it's easier to see.
Yeah.
Way easier to get like genre-wise focus when you use the at and then
Right.
channel name. So
Yeah,
at
for sure.
beginner trading would make it really apparent to him.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it, like ignoring the chat. Oh, look at VXRT, bro. VXRT still pushing up. Up to 550s now. Huge rips, big moves.
Thoughts on Neo? CIPI asked thoughts on Neo. My thought on Neo is that its float is too high, and that if I trade it, I owe a random viewer a random amount of money.
Yeah, Eric's got just strict rules for himself here. Strict rules, you know.
Yeah, after I lost money once on, it was Plug, I think I traded, and I lost money on it. I swore in one of my videos, one of my live day trading videos, that if I ever trade a mid to large cap stock again, like out of like boredom or because there's a lack of opportunity in the small cap market, I will no longer. And the reason why is because my accuracy on mid cap stocks aren't as good.
I get it. Like, it's sometimes giving yourself those type of rules is like it's crucial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
conditioning
so-
yourself not to do the wrong things is crucial in trading, and it's really hard to avoid like FOMO trading or like too much risky trades. And like it's
Yeah,
almost
exactly.
certainly the best move to like do something, have like a consequence. Is like it's smart. Some people have over the years suggested that I do like a certain amount of push-ups if I do the wrong thing, or like some type of like strenuous activity. But yeah, having a consequence is it's always fun.
Yeah, so if I ever do trade it, what I'm gonna do is I'll like say, all right, guys, if you want to be entered in the giveaway, you're gonna have to subscribe, like the video, and then comment
Right.
on this video. And then what I'm gonna do in the next video is I'll open up a randomizer. I'll type 1 to 300, and whatever number that randomizer gets between 1 to 300 is what a random person who entered the giveaway will receive. So they could
like
get
it.
or they could get 300.
Yeah.
Have a good day, Caitlin. And then Daniel said, at Eric Green, what do you do if you overshoot the bungee order? So I'm assuming that means like I get in too early and then it keeps flushing below. I sell like very, very quickly when I'm wrong. I don't like to, because like the thing about when you're buying a bungee is you're buying a flush, and if you get that wrong and you're not close to the bottom, it can still drop a lot more. So that's the scary thing. Like, make sure anybody who's considering trading the bungee understands this. That
Right.
with
Bad
the
things can
bungee, if you're
happen,
executing it badly, if you're executing bungee badly, it will go very badly for you.
Right.
Now, I do get caught in these bad bungee trades here and there, very rarely. Like yesterday,
Right.
I made over $200 of green trades, but I got caught in 2 or 3 bad bungees, so I only made $50 on the day.
Right.
But for today, for example, I've traded 5 stocks and I've been trading bungees, and I'm up 204 on the day, and that's because I haven't got caught in any bad trades. Like today, I've caught the bottom of every single flush that I've traded, like
Nice.
perfectly. And that's the cool thing too. When you go through my trade journal, like it has a thing where it shows you your entry and your exit. It's so satisfying to just look through my trades because like 90% of the time they're perfect, and it's just
Right.
like a huge boost to my confidence.
Right. I can kind of feel that.
Whenever I'm having a bad day or I feel like not very confident in my trading, I just go through my trade journal and then I feel good again. I feel good.
Yeah. And sometimes that's necessary. And that's why I always say, like, you got to take your wins when you get them. And, like, it's so important to, like, be able to, like, celebrate your wins when you have them. Because, like, a lot of people in trading will try to get you not to do it. They'll get you to, and sometimes you got to give yourself that confidence to keep pushing, even though you're having a rough day,
Trader T said, do I have a specific video on the bungee move? I know you speak about it on the stream. I have a playlist that is called like live day trading, and all of them I speak about the bungee and micro pullback move. But I'm pretty sure, and I'll send you the link. I can't remember. I'm 90% certain that in the video I just sent you, that I explain the two types of pullbacks I trade with, like, in detail, and then show examples.
Right.
Vinny said, having a bad day trading bungees makes you rethink your life. I don't know. I haven't had like a horrible day trading it, but I have had red trades on it. And I know red trades feel bad, but
the end of the world, but
I know that I've never had like a. Actually, I have had one day. There's been one day where I had an accuracy that was below 50%, and that did feel bad. But I just walked away and came back the next day, and we were good again. Well, James added both of us and said no more mid to high cap stocks. I think John still trades mid to high.
I still trade futures sometimes, but only when the market is good enough for it. And then I trade penny stocks pretty regularly. It just depends.
Do you trade mid to high?
Is good enough. Only if the market's good enough. I do, but I haven't lately. I need to find another funded account program for mid and high caps. Really, is what it is. So like, if I could find a good enough, like a decent, reliable funded account program, I would trade them. And that's kind of something I'm looking for now. If you're overseas, you can use TEFs and stuff like that. But like for the U.S. clients, there's just not much options anymore.
Caught another bungee on AKER for $10, up to 214 on the day.
Nice.
Oh man, do you see Connor? I got the second newest comment.
Let me see.
I mean, I have no problem with it. I just thought it was funny. At Eric Green, by Connor, what is your social life like? Any significant other? So you have to remember one thing. I started trading less than a year ago. It's getting close to a year. I don't remember exactly when I started, because I kind of just like dove right in, like really, like full intensity. And the last time I was in a relationship was last December. We broke up over Christmas break. She goes to my school in the cyber program with me. And so that was the last time I was in a relationship. Then over Christmas break or whatever, we got back to school, finished the semester. Well, we didn't finish the semester. We got sent home early from the semester due to COVID, which was in March. And pretty much from March to now, I've have a little bit of a social life. Sometimes I go hang out with friends, but for the most part, from March to now has been mostly just straight trading. Like, my life is probably 75 to 80% trading right now. I'm probably I think since March to now, my life is probably 75% trading, 10% school, 15% social.
And you're young though, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you're young. You don't need, you want to just keep it easy right now. If you're 20, just keep it easy. Most relationships that start when you're as young, like at 20, and you're not super young, but like most relationships that start at like 20 years old, they never last, just kind of ends up taking more time of being free away, I think,
Oh, I'm super happy that like we broke up over Christmas break, because like someone in chat said, it is a good time to break up, in my opinion, because you both go like home or whatever, no longer on campus.
Right.
And then you get back to school like a month later, and it's like, who cares anymore?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so I pretty much my life has been 75% trading for the last 7 months, for sure.
Right.
Um, and I'm happy with that. I've never been like a super social person, anyways. I'm fine just hanging out with someone like once a week.
Right.
Uh, doo, 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 doo. Someone said, Steve said, Eric, do say when you are in a stock so we can follow you. One thing to note is my trades. I'm looking through my trade log right now. Every single one of my trades last 1 second or less. So following me would literally be impossible unless you had instant access and then executed at the exact same time. I would just say in general, Steve, it's impossible to follow me because of how quickly I trade. Daniel said, I've been doing the bungee since you showed me on John's stream. I'm now at 90% accurate if I sell really fast. I've had a lot of people tell me that they've been successful trading my strategy. I've had a couple people tell me that it's not for them, but
Yeah.
I've coached like one-on-one, well over 100 people at this point, like probably a couple hundred. I don't have an exact number, and of the people I've like done one-on-ones with, I know for certain that at least 30 are profitable, like consistently.
Yeah, for sure. It's certainly a profitable strategy. I can tell just by looking at it. Like it's one of those strategies that certainly works. You just got to trade it right. The big key is you got to sell fast.
Yeah.
And so you got to do what Eric does, which is that as soon as you click the buy order, you click the sell order. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
And that's basically it. And you're just getting in and out like very, very quickly, taking advantage of a few cents, and then moving on to your next trades using really, really high accuracy.
So George said, what's the definition of a micro pullback? So how I trade a micro, I'm not going to give a definition. Instead, I'm just going to give an example. I think that will serve a better purpose. So I don't like trading breakouts. The reason why I don't like trading breakouts is because very often they will be a false break. And if you get caught in a false break and then you miss the real break, then you're still at a net negative, right? Because it can false break 2 times and then have a real break. And if you get caught on both of the false breaks, don't catch the real break, then you're just really, really red.
Right.
On the other hand, if you wait for the breakout to happen and then catch the micro pullback, and this kind of sort of resembles to a degree, it's different but similar to what John says, how he likes to wait for a breakout, then he'll wait for it to pull back to the support level, which is the previous breakout level, and then he'll buy off that. So it's kind of like that, except I'm buying on the breakout candle, whereas John is buying on the next candle.
Yeah.
Or sometime later.
Like if we had if we had like a chart of like green or of like time lengths of holding, Eric would be very, very quick. I would be like a step up. I'm still scalping, but I'm holding for like 30 seconds to where Eric's holding for like 3 seconds.
And 30 seconds is still really quick.
Right, yeah. And so Eric is very quickly trading, somewhat taking advantage of the spread as well, I think is probably what Eric's doing.
I'm taking advantage of irregularities in price action.
Yeah, so, spread trading to a certain extent. Not fully, though, because he's still using technical analysis, but still, like, I could tell that's what Eric's doing, and that's fine. Like, it works super well. So there's nothing wrong with it, and, in trading, you always got to find your niche, and, like, that's what Eric's is.
Really quickly, too, if you guys look at the history of trading, back before, like, these computer trading brokers or platforms were regular, the people who were able to beat Wall Street beforehand, that were like individual traders, were people that were taking advantage of spread.
Yeah.
Like this was like the idea of taking advantage of a spread was because the reason why is the spreads are determined by the market makers, and before this wasn't all done by computers, whereas now it's all done by computers. So taking advantage of spread, like I learned this from a quantitative analyst on Wall Street who was giving a history lesson. And he said the quantitative analyst on Wall Street said that taking advantage of the spread nowadays isn't really possible, at least to the extent that it was whenever it was more manual. But I mean, as you can see, I'm still kind of doing it, and I don't think it's like completely taking advantage of spread. It's more just like using spread plus typical technical analysis. So I think it's just adding 2 factors combined.
Right, and that's what it basically is, and that's cool. Like that's I like that niche, and I think that works well.
I'm seeing a lot of comments, guys, about how if I could explain how bungee pullbacks work, and I have like many videos explaining this, guys, and I hate to like say that, but like can you guys check out the video, and then you can either leave a comment on the video and I'll answer it if you've watched the video. But I've like explained how to do it, and I have resources out there for you guys to be able to understand it. You just have to like go and like grab it. You get what I mean?
Right.
And I don't mind answering questions. It's just I've
Waste of time if you've got it.
asked a lot.
Yeah, and if he had, like, I promise you, his videos are going to be a lot more organized, and you're going to understand it better if you just go sub to his channel and watch his videos for sure, because it's more in depth, you know what I mean, and he can explain it now.
And it shows examples too.
Right.
Like a lot of people need that visual like support, and you can get that from the video.
For sure.
And the link, and if you don't know where to find the video, you can search Eric Green on YouTube, and I'll be the first result. Or in John's description, I think the first link in there is my channel, so you can always check that out. And if you just want to get rid of all the noise, just click on playlists, and then I think the playlist is called like Live Momentum Day Trading. Click on that playlist, and that will be only me with live trades explaining what I do. Yeah,
basically it's what Tribreed said, which is that never heard of it, but it sounds like you buy the drop and sell the pop, and that's right.
Exactly. That's that's it.
Like simultaneously taking advantage of the spread too, and like that's the good. I think that makes it super profitable too. But I'm gonna go ahead and close it down, guys. If you want to check out the futures account that I'm using, I'm up $20 today in that. I'll post this link. You can get 20% off by using it. And, you know, it's a really dope platform. Basically, the way it works is if you can prove that you're profitable, they fund you as a professional futures trader. And in futures, you're essentially trading the market itself. I didn't trade much futures today. Somebody's like, hey, what about futures? This is the SPY today. And so we're very choppy right now, especially in the first hour. If I trade anything else, I'll post it to the Discord. But the last few days, what made me slow down today is like looking at yesterday was really dull. Looking at the day before. But the point is like if you can wait for momentum markets and you can trade this momentum, futures trading can be very profitable. It's just like day trading. It's not like options. It's not that complicated. You can buy market, buy the bid, sell the ask. It's just like day trading. It's just like this in futures. But if you want to check it out, go check out this link. The way it works is it's a monthly subscription. The base one is $120 if you use my link the first month. And if you can make $2,000 in profit while following the rest of their rules, they fund you $30,000 as a professional proprietary futures trader with an 80% profit split. And this is a legit platform, highly reviewed, regulated in the US, and it's just a really dope platform. And I think it's really great if you might not have the money to fund yourself, but you're actually a legitimately good trader that can profit in the markets. And something else I'm actually doing, I'm trying out Ninja Trader, so I spoke with them, and I might be trying out a different platform just to I might do a review of Ninja Trader, and so be on the lookout for tomorrow's stream with that. But if you want to check it out, like I said, here's the link. If you want the Forex link, they also have Forex proprietary trading as well in the Forex market, and so let me see if I can find that real quick too. But they do have Forex, so even if you like Forex, if you don't like futures, here is the Forex page as well. Oh wait, wrong page. Yeah, here's the Forex page as well. So yeah, they have Forex as well. I think Forex is even a little bit cheaper, but you can check out the Forex market here as well.
Before you wrap it up, can I address 3 things real quick?
Yeah, sure.
CIPI said, what's your opinion on copy trading? Please don't ever copy trading. If you're trying to do copy trading, you're in the market for the wrong reasons. Honestly,
100%.
Like if you're trying to just copy other people, I think you should just quit trading personally.
Yeah.
And that's like maybe that's a hot take, maybe it's not. But if you don't ever like want to trade yourself, then you just shouldn't be doing it, in my opinion. Because that there's other ways to make money, and you should be doing it yourself. Trader T said, I'm gonna set up an appointment for mentor sessions. I don't do like lessons anymore. I used to like teach people, but then it got to there was a lot of people messaging me on Discord, and then I stopped doing that. Maybe I would start doing like mentor stuff eventually, but I would never do it for free again because it was taking so much time. I would spend like 3 hours or 4 hours a day, like talking to people, helping out. So maybe that would be like a thing I could do, like mentorships, but I don't think I'll ever do it for free again. James said, do you do options or futures? I do neither options nor futures. I trade equities. And then last question was by Daniel, and he said, at Green, if you have a level of support that makes a good bungee order, let's say $2, do you like $2 for the order or 201 is better? So I look at support and resistance more as like a range. Obviously, like the exact level is always good, but I'm not always like specific on that one level. So if I have a level of support at $2 and the stock is trading at 210 and I'm expecting it's going to flush down, I'll be looking to make an order around that level of support. But how I'm going to decide whether I buy at $2, 201, 202, or 203 is based off of what I see from the level 2, specifically the bid, which I address in my live day trading videos, which I would recommend checking out. And that's it.
Yeah, can anybody help me out with how to download? Because I reached out to my manager and she switched me over to NinjaTrader. But I'm trying to figure out where to download it. Should I open up an account with NinjaTrader? Help me up on Discord if you want. If you want to help me out there, let me know. Because like I'm trying to figure out where to download, and I don't see it anywhere. But yeah, guys. Somebody asked, is there any stocks funded accounts for outside of the U.S.? Taps and TradeNet is probably like, listen, people hate on them. They hate on
a lot of people hate on TradeNet, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, the reality is that I've used them for years, and I can't use them anymore. And obviously, I'm going to be biased because I post affiliate links. I will say this, though, is that they processed my withdrawal, and they paid me my money, with my trading money. Like I made about $8,000 through them over the last year, and they processed that payment, and they paid me that money. And so, I think that's what ultimately matters in these funded account programs, is that if you're profitable, do they pay out? And Taps and TradeNet did, at least for me. And I've heard from a lot of people they paid them out as well. And so I don't think that's a question. I think it's one of the better opportunities if you're outside the U.S. just because of the amount they fund you, the rules they give you, and everything like that. And so y'all check them out too. There's the link if you want to. Like I said, we do have the World Series of Day Trading, which is through them. But I think we do have one person in the top. Let me check out the results. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close it down. So hang out in our Discord. Y'all go check out my man Trader Mike's Discord as well. Super active penny stock Discord. A lot of dope traders there every single day, making some great picks and call outs. I kind of second Eric in that I don't think you should get started in trading if you're just going to copy, because I think
Absolutely.
that you have to learn. It's never going to work. Like if you pay for signals, most of the time it's just a big conflict of interest to where they want you to come back, and so they're going to give you a huge risk level and a small reward target. So you might win a majority of the time, but when you lose, you're going to lose all. And so I think that is just kind of something that new naive traders get involved with, and they spend so much money on it that they'll defend like paid signals when they shouldn't. And so if you want to check them out, and like I said, maybe they might win most of the time, but when they lose, usually the risk is so big that it's not worth it. But yeah, here's Trader Mike's. Y'all go check them out. Super active Discord. Y'all can join our very own Discord as well. And so yeah, y'all go join Trader Mike's. Let me make sure.
Trader Mike's is great, guys.
Yeah, a lot of good traders there. Honestly, probably the best Discord I've been to be honest. Just a lot of good traders there.
My favorite as well.
Yeah,
and I'm in a lot of Discords.
Right. And then you can see our very own Discord. There's the link there. It's not as active, but, we live stream. And so, it's not going to be as active just because most people are hanging out here with us every day. But yeah, y'all can check out that link as well in the chat. Good luck, guys. Y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. We'll see you guys later. Yeah, I'm trying to see that. I'll have to see my email if they sent me one try break. But yeah, good luck, guys. We'll see you all later. Love you all. Appreciate the support. I'm not dying, so it was really good news to hear that I'm not dying. Also, Trade Ideas has their test drive going on right now. And so y'all go through this link in Trade Ideas and go check out their test drive. You can get 15% off if you just try to sign up regularly, but you might as well try them out. That's going on right now with Trade Ideas, and you can check out that link as well. But I'll see you guys later. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace, guys.